I can't wait till I get an intro video or some shit like that.
I think we're live now. Yeah. We're live.
I know we are. Hey guys, welcome. Welcome to the show. We're doing it live. We need that as a sound. I need to learn how to get some sounders and stuff.
That pre-tape stuff. We're doing it live.
Yeah, exactly. We're doing it live. It's going to be me over a head. So someone's going to superimpose my head on Bill Riley. We're doing it live.
Doing it live.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Atlanta Falcon Beard Gang. Normally, I'd put on a little counter, make y'all feel all excited and everything. But we just came from a loss. And when you get a loss like we got this past Sunday, not only did you get kicked between the washing machine and the dryer, as Bigelow would say, man, we just showed up. We thought we were the bougie, and we just got curb stomped. We didn't even get out of the bed, and Seth Rollins just curved us on a bunch of hard stairs at the Howard Johnson Inn at Aiken, South Carolina. Yes, because I really am angry about that place. Anyway, I'm your host, C-Double. And yes, I have the man with the microphone now. Yes, that's Mr. Ladarius. Mr. Ladarius Brown. What's up, man? Mr.
And
Smooth.
We'll be right back playing the hits at Cool 93.7. A little Outcast coming at you. The way you move.
We got a Power Ranger up and about. So drop in to like the stream and have a good one, boys. Hey, thank you.
Is that
Mr. Jerry.
Is that the green or the white Ranger? I need to know. There's a
on my wall over here. It's the green / white Ranger. It's Tom.
Jerry said we didn't pay for that mic, did we? No, Jerry. I it's not in the expense account. No, you don't have to worry about it.
No.
I'm saving the expense account for other things which we can't discuss here on the Atlanta Falcons Beard Gang podcast. So
yes, and by the way, folks, the host is me and Ladarius. So we got the beards. And then Ron's got a beard. Ron's got a beard too.
Yeah,
Ron's got a beard. It's just Ron is just.
He bears the eye test.
Hold on. Ron's got the beard, but see, Ron, he's on so many shows. We don't know if we should claim him or not claim him because then we have to get him involved
We're not filing taxes, C-Dub. We're not filing taxes. It's like, do we filing taxes? No, we'll claim Ron this year, and then we'll let the eye test claim him next year.
Hold on. You got to understand when Ron does shows now. It's like this. If Ron puts you on his list when he's giving thanks, that means you're now his. Because if not, we never know. So that's why we have to wait before we get those acknowledgments.
Wait, is my name?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't check. If my name's on there, because if not, I'm taking this microphone. We're getting out of here.
My name on the list.
Oh my God.
Let me see. Yeah, you on that.
Wait, that was about 2 seconds too long. I didn't like it. I understand mine. If you're going alphabetical order and my last name is B, how many A's are on that list? That's Abernathy, Anderson.
Well, there's a few A-holes up there.
Yeah.
Black here? Like what? No.
But I'm glad to be here. Everybody like, share the show, and tell your friends and your family about Atlanta Beard Gang.
Beard Gang too.
Beard Gang.
Tell us about it.
Yeah. Atlanta Beard Gang. My bad.
No, we're too close. We understand.
We'll correct it.
Yeah, it's all good. Don't worry. We got an editor one day.
I'm on the list. I'm not trying to ruin it, Tito. My name's on the list.
Hold on. We've got people underneath that fix all this stuff. Problem is, they're just as effective as AEW staff. So we're just trying to.
We're going to have some breaking news tomorrow. That's going to really shock.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we can't wait to bring this up.
I was like, wait, what? Like you could have fooled me. That's what I said.
So yeah, it's funny. I can't wait for tomorrow. We're gonna have fun. All right. So guys, we got a loss and big questions that we need to answer. Okay, we got: is Jimmy Lake out of his league here? Is he like just a guy that should maybe over his skis? Then the next question: is Zach Robinson and Mike Bobo related? That's a very serious question. We need to figure this out because I'm telling you, their play calling is about identical as I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. And then the biggest question of all: how good was this cornbread that was in the suite that Big Loke and Miss Coach Roney was at? Because they were talking about this cornbread, and I can't remember. I was taking notes, and I had to as I was writing, it was all about the cornbread. So it's like you need to like Big Low. If you come on the screen, you've got to talk to us about this cornbread. To me, it's more important than the damn game because apparently it was that good. So let that be known. These are some thought-provoking questions. And then, of course, the biggest question we really need to ask ourselves, the Falcons. Are we legit serious about being a team that wants to win? Because if we are, the next 2 weeks, we need answers about, are we trying to get guys that can help us? Or are we trying just to get guys to make us feel better about ourselves? Because, guys, we're last place in sacks. And every week we hear the same rhetoric. Oh, this will be a good week for the Falcons to get a chance to get some sacks. And we haven't gotten it. It becomes man, I hope we get there. So also, and letting the Bird Gang know. So also big shout out to the Bird Gang and also to iTest, and big shout out to all the groups out there, Birds of Prey. Thank you for putting my link on your walls. Please, if you're from whatever group you're from and you're watching, please put down what group you came from so we can acknowledge them as well. But yeah, and then the question is, guys, who do you want? And then the other thing is this. What are we willing to do? Because I'm going to have some interesting takes on some fans' beloved Falcons that we haven't brought up before. And I might be stepping on some toes, so I'm already going to apologize, but we got to have some of these talks today.
I will not apologize. Forget that.
Well, look. Yeah. I'm trying to get people to watch us, Ron, and I'm apologizing.
Look,
but it's
Listen, I didn't apologize about JD McDonough's forehead. Now, did I? Did I apologize?
Look, there's nothing to apologize about that. That thing is a freak of nature.
That man's face, sir. You have money. Do something. Because
I don't even know if the doctors could do something with that thing.
Listen, they got to do something like push the hairline in. Listen, that feels like a complicated process. I mean, they let them drop the belts and then do something like them off.
That's gonna take a whole couple of years to fix up. I mean,
his career is gonna be just fine. Don't worry about it. He's not contending for a belt. He's good.
I think. Me personally, I think Raheem Morris need to take over at defensive coordinator too.
Okay. All right.
I think Jimmy Lake out of his league now.
Okay.
What I mean by that, we running the same scheme,
yeah.
but we cannot get to a dual threat quarterback. Make that make sense?
I was going to try to make it make sense, but then I saw Geno Smith run on us. I saw Andy Dalton run on us.
Right.
I can't make sense of this defense.
So it like Raheem Morris, you got a second chance, and you let it going down the toilet, basically.
I'm still here.
Your second chance going down the toilet because you're afraid to take the playbook away from Jimmy Lake. I know that might be your guy, your friend. I know that, but you want to get fired? Do you want to get fired?
Right. Do you like job security?
Right. You said you love your money. You love your job. Not keep it 100. The way this team on defense been playing, it seems like you don't love your job.
Yeah.
No. I was just going to say I wanted to get Ladarius to talk. So, Ladarius, please tell us what you think about this because I've been wanting to hear from you, brother.
No, so, here's the thing. I agree with Ron on this, and here's why. because we all looked at the talent and like we could do like we saw Raheem. Raheem brought the optimism that was needed after 3 years of Arthur Smith.
Yeah.
But what we didn't consider is that we were excited about the idea of, okay, we got Zach Robinson, and we heard what he did with the Rams. He worked with Matt Stafford, like Jimmy Lake, college guy. He was the head coach, I think, the Washington Huskies. He had a little NFL experience. But what's the common thread between both his coordinators? They never called plays before. And, and here's what, and then people say, well, how are they gonna have the experience? I understand that, but this is where the reality kicks in. Like, I understand you hire, you have offensive, like senior offense assistants, guys who like your former coaches, head coaches who are just great offensive minds or defensive minds. But maybe, the best example I could use, the one that is like Norv Turner. Like, even though he wasn't a great head coach, he was a great coordinator. Like, that would have been a guy you bring in to get some offensive perspective. Like, I know, I think Wade Phillips is like a defensive assistant or somewhere, if I'm not fully sure.
Yeah. Dean Pease is over with, I want to say the Ravens as a defensive counselor or something.
So you can bring in people on your staff that can help these coordinators. It doesn't mean the coordinators are going to be terrible, but you have to teach them, because play calling is not an exact science. It's like it's about scenario, it's about scheme. You got to read the defense or the offense. But here's the stat. I always like to bring a stat to the show, like it's like bringing food to a party. I like to bring something. I'm not bringing food to your party. I'm going to eat your food. So let's be clear on that. I'll bring a fork. I'll bring that. I'll bring a fork. That's less dishes for you. So, but anyway. So
what my man?
So look at the stats. Like Atlanta, they were second in opposing yards per completion, allowing 8.8 yards. Now, I want you guys to guess how many yards per completion we gave up against Seattle on Sunday. Ooh. And I'll tell you which one of you is closer.
Go ahead, Ron.
No, you got this one.
All right, I'm gonna say close to 15 yards.
Oh boy, he's doing the prices right. He's going high. Interesting strategy. All right,
close to
Ron?
16.5.
12.4.
Ooh.
So we gave up almost 4 yards more per completion in this game than we've averaged all season.
Mm-hmm.
The run game, I'm not really, because like we're 10th in opposing rushing yards at 4.4. We allow 4 rushing yards per attempt. So, but here's the thing. I always talk about turnover and tempo and time. Like the reality is, we won we had the ball longer by like 2-3 minutes.
Right.
But the tempo, it felt out of place. Like, listen, here's the reality. Here's why we lost. We turned over the ball 3 times, and one person is responsible for all 3, and that's Kurt Aloysius Maleficent Cousins. 2 interceptions and a lost fumble that was returned for a touchdown, by the way. So let's put that in perspective. So here's the thing: Kirk Cousins had more passing yards than Geno Smith. Like, so it wasn't like Geno was out here slinging it around and doing it. And what we've seen, it's a trend. We're seeing like quarterback play. Listen, go look at Patrick Mahomes' stat line from that game against San Francisco, and let me know, is that a winning stat line? Because it's like ESPN 30 for 30. What if I told you the Chiefs won that game? It's like you don't have to have. It's like the theme is, you don't have to be like for Kurt. Like, kudos, big passing game. But here's the problem: it's consistency. And here's the thing: people say, "Oh, we're 4-3," and that's great. Listen, but here's the thing: they're still, in terms of being a Super Bowl contender. No, we're trying to be playoff contenders first. Let's focus on getting to the playoffs, because with a team like we were favored by, I believe, 3 over Seattle. Like, so Vegas thought we had a chance to beat them. And then we all see, I'm not going to repeat the score. We all saw the score. We lost by 20. So,
yep.
If you want the score, please use Google for all future score references. But the fact of the matter is, I circle back to Ron's point. Jimmy Lake as a play caller, and we've talked about it. It's like you can't take over the offense, Raheem, but you can surely take over the defense.
What?
Like your calling card is defense. We saw the job he did with the Rams defense last season. You know how you were able to scheme. Outside of like. It wasn't just Aaron Donald last year. It was dudes like Ernest Jones became like one of your biggest guys, like a linebacker who kind of shined. And there's a good linebacker core here. If you have to call plays, Raheem, do it. Because I understand like Zach Robinson, you can't pluck an offensive coordinator off the street. I understand that. But it's the consistency. It's like it's not like I'm panicking or trying to say, oh no, we're screwed. It's like we have to address the issue. It's like, look, Kurt's turning the ball over. We can't win. Listen, when we're down 3 in the turnover margin, I can't think of a lot of teams that win outside the Chiefs that can win games like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ron.
Yeah.
To me, I will be on the phone. Les Cosby, Myles Garrett. Can y'all name anybody else? A top 5 pass rusher.
I mean, you could also look over a guy over at Jerry World and ask him, because they haven't signed Micah Parsons yet.
Right. Okay. Those 3 top pass rushers in the NFL right now. What the fuck we doing?
Go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
What I mean by that, we watching a lot of these players getting traded, but it seems like we not doing nothing. And I said this a while back on another show. Fuck those picks.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't do so good besides B. John Robinson. We got lucky with him. Let me honest.
Ron, can I jump in real quick then?
Oh, go ahead.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of like my platform, but I kind of want to ask first.
I believe I have some comments as well. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, you do. Because Ron's saying is right, but I need to answer this thing with a question. Raheem, this was his second chance. Let's just be honest, all right? So, where's the experienced coaches to lean on? Where's the Steve Wilkes? Where is an offensive coordinator to help guide Zach Robinson? I mean, that's where I'm questioning the mindset of Raheem, because my thing is this. Did you look over the roster? When you looked at the roster, did you go, I don't have a D tackle that can command 2 blockers. We're still running anyway. Or did he just walk in and go, yeah, Aaron Donald's here, Von Miller's here, and Jalen Ramsey's here, and everyone go, okay. And someone probably knocked that guy in the arm going, why did we not get Belichick? We might have been replaced. I think we need to get replaced. Yeah. Because you look at this system. Everybody was like, well, you said he won a Super Bowl. And I did. And I also talked about how they got in the playoffs with using a bunch of rookies. But then I see how this team is molded. And I've never seen where you have basically a 4-3 system players on your team, and you're trying to run the 3-4.
Yeah.
I mean, and by the way, folks, it's getting damn near criminal. I know Matthew Judon, came in and people were saying that, he should be making plays, he should be doing this. Well, hell, if he's the only one rushing the passer, I wish that someone comes up to him and go, we apologize for screwing up your free agency.
What?
Because by the time this year is over, you might have 2 sacks.
See,
Exactly.
to me, you said something right there. See, why he ain't supposed to know both sides of the football. That
Yeah,
what
he's
I
supposed
was
to. Yeah,
told.
he's supposed to know what he has.
That what I was told. I've been watching
Mm-hmm.
football for 42 years. So I've been studying this game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what people told me. He know both sides of the football. Okay, so if you know both sides of the football, Raheem, then why you not doing that? Why are you not taking the play calling away from Zach Robinson or away from Jimmy Lake? Why are you not doing nothing? Why are you not playing your defensive rookies? What?
They're on a red shirt deal.
Shit. The way we play defensive line, shit. I understand Braylon Trice got injured, out for the season or whatever. But you got other pass rushers on the sideline that you need to be playing. I know you play a whoa.
Yeah, Scooby Doo. Yeah, Scooby Doo, dude. Yeah. Whoa.
But he not playing the whole game.
Yeah.
Is I missing something? I mean,
No.
What I see when these players get in, they make an impact right then and there. But you want to take them out.
Ladarius, what do you guys say, brother? Because I see that you're ready to say some stuff there. So
no, I always have that look on my face. Don't worry about that. So, I've had this look since childbirth, since birth. So don't worry about it.
Come on, brother, you can speak.
I was the kid like you have something to say? No, this is how I look. No, how dare?
I mean,
where's me, Johnny Cochran? Now, no.
To me.
Oh no! I mean to cut you off, Ron.
No, you did.
I want to piggyback something both of you said, because what C-Dub said is what I talked about earlier about having some kind of senior assistant on the staff.
Right.
Because if you go look at some of the more successful teams, like go look at the Ravens and look at their offense, go look at their coaching staff. It's like while they're doing a great job, but look at some of the assistants they have on that staff.
Mm-hmm.
You hire people. Here's the thing. If it's your first time doing something, have people on the staff, and they're out there to help people who you want to grow to be a successful coordinator. Because if you're Raheem Morris, and this is where Ron's point comes in about the draft picks, he came from an organization that didn't care about draft picks. The Rams did. I tell people, I said, Jared Goff. Here's the perspective. Jared Goff was one of the more recent first round picks, and we all know when he was drafted. So I'm gonna leave, and he's in a whole nother city now, leading a whole nother franchise. So I'm gonna leave that point. But the point is that the problem with Raheem, it's not my issue it's the coaching, it's who you have on this staff. Because here's the thing, you knew when you inherited this roster, you had the offseason to kind of make the roster fit your scheme, because to me it's like a jigsaw puzzle. You can't make the pieces fit where they don't. And the reason why we're last in sacks is because we got a bunch of dudes we got a bunch of dudes. Hey, we ran 4.3 last year. Hey, what are we running this year? 4.3, which statistically does not generate a lot of sacks.
Nope. So
because we don't have the personnel. And the only person that feels like kind of gets the assignment is Matthew Judon. And to me, that kind of ties into, if Raheem let's just say he had like a Wade Phillips on his coaching staff. Like Wade Phillips would tell you, hey, we need to address this guy in the draft. We need to get dudes. Okay, we need dudes who can do it and get to the quarterback and try to be aggressive. But the problem is that, with Jimmy Lake, I'm gonna call him Jimmy Ocean, because that's the way the defense is played like Sunday. They play like an ocean, like Free Willy and the Dolphin from Ace Ventura. Anybody could have had a catch. Anybody. It was that open.
Even Ariel got a catch.
Anybody. Scooby-Doo could have had a catch. Anybody.
Oh, woo.
Like rut row. If Shaggy gets hit, if Shaggy's opening the flat, it's time to say rut row. Okay.
Yeah.
Shaggy run
because he's gonna run the other way. He's gonna pull a Desmond Ritter.
Like if you seen Scooby-Doo, Scooby's like, I'll run in the end zone. Does that count?
By the way, the real life Shaggy, I believe, is about to be playing soon. He's the backup. He's now the backup quarterback to the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, jeez, it's not.
You heard me, Desmond Ritter, the Riddler, aka Shaggy.
I would not call that man Riddler. I would not disrespect the Riddler's name in that capacity.
Too late.
The Batman movie.
Yeah,
that was ace. Yeah, you're right. I must retract and apologize on that one because he was a big badass. Yeah. Got a comment here. Hold on. The problem with Raheem Morris is he's not
nonchalant, and I'm
nonchalant.
Okay, just to be here. And we got to get better routine at this problem, and that's what's going to get him fired. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to Kanye your situation there. I apologize.
First of all, you are the host of this also. So if I struggle, hold on. I don't want to be a Lillian Garcia. I need you to help me.
Okay, come on.
All right.
Contain
I didn't want to say container.
Contain yourself, C-Dub. I'll say contain yourself.
To me, Raheem. Hey, y'all seen Mrs. Doubtfire? Y'all seen
cross-dressing? Wait.
Y'all seen that movie?
Yes.
Y'all seen that movie?
It's a great movie.
Okay.
Yes.
1 minute, Mrs. Doubtfire, your buddy, your friend. The next minute, she ready to kick ass.
Mm-hmm.
But when we see the 1 minute Raheem want to be your best friend, shake hands with the baby, kiss the babies, be nice, this or that, show his teeth. The next minute, they're like, when you ready to kick ass? We waiting. We don't see nothing, Raheem. What?
All right, I gotta say it.
I'll just be real honest. Like to John's point, it ties into what we all talked about. Raheem's attitude is like no one's trying to knock the happiness or the optimism, but you got to start being real about we're 4-3, but we're not that type of 4-3 where like most teams we have to there's still issues that has to be addressed. And Raheem, instead of addressing it, I understand you want to be optimistic, you don't want to seem like a negative dude. But here's the thing that, like John said, those last couple of words, and that's what's going to get him fired. Is that look, you came with this job. There's expectations that came with this job, whether you like it or not. People felt that this roster was good enough. We were a quarterback away from being a contender in the eyes of some, in the eyes of many. I'll say. So whoever took that job, the expectation level was going to be high, whether it was supposed to be, whether it's accurate or not. It wasn't like no disrespect to the Patriots job, Gerard Mayo is going to turn around New England, but he's not expected. He's not expected to win 7 games. He's not expected to win 5 games this year, because they're rebuilding, and that's the expectation. If anything above that is considered a successful season in New England. In Atlanta, we're not trying to hear, 7, 8. No, we expected double-digit wins. We expected a better, a defense that's supposed to be better and an offense that's supposed to be improved because we gave a guy a whole lot of money to improve the offense. That's the reality. And like I said, as much as I like Coach Raw, I like him, but we have to start facing certain realities here. Is that you have to start looking at your team. You and Terry Fontenot got to look at this roster, and and still have to find a way to get it better. Because look, if you don't get it right, because see, here's the thing: a lot of people, fair or foul, didn't like the Michael Penix pick. They didn't like it. They didn't like it. Mm-hmm. So you already entered with kind of like the negative headlines, but it was a split decision in the room. Why are we going quarterback when we just paid a guy? And the logic, whether it's true, like if we're going to be successful, Kirk Cousins is closer to 40 than he is to 30. So if that's the logic, this has to work. And why? And there was plenty of guys on the board that could have helped our defense. Then and the one name I pointed to was Dallas Turner from Alabama, because he fit the scheme of what Raheem Morris wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so, because the numbers show how standing up line, it reminded me of like DeMarcus Lawrence to a certain extent. It's like that that would be kind of the comp on that. But we chose who we chose. We chose a guy who we expect, a quarterback who expected to be, but no one thought we were going to get the quarterback.
And we're going to sit. That's basically what we've done.
Internal. So what I to put a button on it is simply this. Like John said, at some point, you have to be honest with what you have, because listen, you cannot win football games when your quarterback turns over the ball 3 times.
Yep.
I'm
with you.
And like Seattle, I respect Seattle's defense because Mike McDonald's doing a great job trying to turn that defense around. So
and this was their first game. This was their first game with a lot of guys back too. That exactly. I know the secondary was injured, but their front 7 was able to be straightened by their guys that they got back.
Like Leonard Williams and those dudes. So it was great to see them healthy. And I just kind of think, to be honest, I just kind of feel that we went into this game and we just kind of feel like, we should win this game because of what you just said, C-Dub. Oh, well, their top 2 secondary, their top 2 corners, they're out of the game. Drake London 100 yards. Kyle Pitts is going to show up. Darnell, and those are the games I hate more than the games that are tough, because you can get real lazy. You can get really lazy in games where you're supposed to win, because it feels like, well, I don't have to put up the same energy. And like John's saying here again, it's this good golly Miss Molly stuff here. Like, look, I understand you want to be positive, but listen, there needs to be a different type of structure in there, because like, look, it's easy. People it's easy to say that now. Listen, people are like, you're talking like this team like we're like like you're the Patriots or somebody. No, it's because of the expectations that were had before the season. 4-3, I could argue and make a case that we could potentially be 5-2.
5-1.
We could be 5-1, 5-2. Yeah, we could be whatever.
So I could make a case that we could be leading this division by at least 1, maybe 2 games if it wasn't certain play. So, but that's just optimism. But the overriding point is,
we are who we are.
As good as the dude he is, listen, these next couple of games, you have a chance to do something. And I want to jump the gun for my co-host here, but we preview the next game. But at some point, I think, like I mentioned earlier, Seattle looked too happy throwing the football, and like I said, my concern is like at the end of the day, I just think there has to be a mindset that goes like, hey guys, like wake up. It's like wake up. Like we're 4-3. And we could easily, it goes back to the first game of the season against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh didn't score 1 touchdown that whole game, and we lost.
What?
Yeah, let me attack something here, because this is something that was on my mind, and I never really got to share this. Okay. And well, this is my show. I want to be able to actually say it, because I haven't heard this. Because everybody wanted to give out the bouquet to the Falcons being top notch. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, we beat the Carolina Panthers. All right. And I said that was going to be a potential trap game. This was a potential trap game because of our coaches. And here's why. Has anyone heard the press conference the Wednesday? I want to say it was either Wednesday or Thursday with Jimmy Lake or Raheem Morris, where they were saying pass rush is coming. Arnold Ebiketie, the second best pass rusher. And then they were like, and don't worry, stats are for losers. And then they doubled down on it after the game again. So here's my thinking. Well, did you lose? Oh, you did. So that means you're a loser. So maybe it would be helpful to have a stat. Now, the other thing is this. I need to kill a sacred cow. All right? I got it because this is going to be the way this goes for the show. Okay. Starts on defense. All right? Everybody wants to point the finger at Judon. New guy. We traded a draft pick, a third rounder. You know, we could get the greatest football player with that third round pick. We still haven't done that lately. But anyway, we could. You know, shoulda, woulda, coulda. But anyway. And if we're the fifth, I'd be drunk. But that third round, that's precious third round pick. All right. And we're just wasting it to the abyss. All right. When is Grady Jarrett going to start getting some heat? When is David Onyemata going to get some heat? You know, those two were playing, they were balling before they got hurt. Mm-hmm. What about all these other guys that's on defense? Hey, how do I get in? I will start, I'm going to bring in the link, so just stay with me, Courtney. I promise I'll get you all in.
The keys under the doormat. You know, that's where the keys under the doormat. So that's how you get it.
And you know, and make sure you bring a fork or a cover dish. That's the other thing. If you want in, you got to bring some things now. You know, because Ladarius gave a key point about this. So, you know, if you were watching, if you were listening, I'm going to be asking what you're going to bring.
Yeah, you're going to be great, Courtney, but I need to see that fork. So
we're gonna fork or a cover dish.
A dish.
So, but
I think Ron had something to say. I think.
Go ahead, Ron. Go ahead. Well, because I was going to say something else, but go ahead.
Okay, you made a good point, CW. I got another point to go with that one. Is Grady Jarrett healthy? Is he healthy?
You know what? Here's the thing. He's, in your words, Ron, is he playing?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm asking. No. And I'm not trying to be smart.
You're right.
No.
This is you know.
It's a fair question. It's a fair question.
Because the last year, Grady Jarrett, he had that what we all talking about, that pit bull mentality in him before he got injured. This year, Grady Jarrett don't look like that same guy.
And that's that's the other thing. I get it. But see, what I'm trying to bring up is everybody wants to point the finger at Judon. What no one has talked about, and this is the most thing I go back to, this defense. When did this defense start getting constructed? Because remember, we got Kurt when? It was like before the draft. Yeah, but before the draft. Yeah. All right. Yeah. And we got Mooney. So, but when did we look at our defense and go, man, we're going to need a defensive tackle, probably going to need some pass rushers? We didn't do anything until we got into our till the spring training or training camp.
Yeah.
You know, and we had to have 2 injuries to even make that room.
Right.
It was the preseason, actually. Game 1 of the preseason.
Yeah.
Because nothing was going to be done.
Right. With Braylon Trice got hurt.
Mm-hmm. And Helms. Right. When you lost those two, you had to make moves. But the crazy part was there were still guys out there. And you never looked for a big guy. Remember in the draft, we kept talking about getting Devontae Sweat.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Look, I get it. He's a first or second down player. But you never got a guy like that. And here's the thing. Wouldn't he have helped on your team right about now?
Yeah. But
that's go ahead.
A Whoa will be the guy. Remember that? Remember that?
I will. No, I know. Hold on. So he's a gentleman. The biggest question we should be asking ourselves is Kurt fully healthy? Because in that Seattle game, he looked scared to death, patting the ball, holding on to the ball the way too long. Now, here's what I'm going to say to this. Everything was falling apart that game. And let's talk about this, because this was another thing that pissed me off. Guys, I get it. Tyler Algier is the greatest Falcon to ever live. I mean, this man has got a bust in Canton already made for him. This man can't do no wrong. Next week, I'm going to go ahead and tell you his stat line. So, Falcon fans, get ready. He's going to have, hold on, it's coming to me. He's going to have a combined 300 yards total offense. He's going to rush for 200. He's going to he'll even throw a pass. What the heck? For 50 yards. He's going to catch the ball. This man's going to be everywhere. Tyler Algier is going to have 5 touchdowns. And you know what's going to happen? You're going to wake up and realize you're not playing Madden. Okay, now let's talk about this because I'm getting sick to damn tired of this crap. Tyler Algier is a good player. I love him. In this game, a Seahawks game, okay? Bijan was cooking. This man was dissecting the line. He was making runs. He was getting about damn 9 yards a clip at one point, if not more. He was literally playing well.
Yeah, 20 carries for 103.
Yeah, 21 carries. Yeah. And oh my God, but here's the crazy thing. And then I hear on every show, they're not giving the ball, Tyler. Okay, if you're trailing, hold on, because I got to ask this question because maybe I'm just stupid. You're trailing. So if I'm trailing a game, do I want a running back that's like a bowling ball of knives that people talk about, even though I'd never seen this before? But do I need him who doesn't pick up blocks, doesn't really catch the ball all that great? Bijan does that. Oh, and if he gets loose, he could take it to the house. Oh, but I should be keeping Tyler because everybody wants Tyler there because, you got to have Tyler. Tyler's like the dog from Swamp People. You feed it a zebra cake and you think it's great. Tyler died at the end of that season, folks. Hate to tell you. From old age. Sorry. But no. But the thing is, it's like this. In this game, and I'm saying this game, Bijan was having a game. And me and Ron talk about this. What do you do when a player's going? And Ladarius, we've talked about it. When a guy's going, you keep feeding him.
Yeah, right. It's called momentum. Yeah.
Yeah. And the crazy part that I didn't get was the Falcons starting to throw the ball. And if it wasn't the Pitts, because I got to say it, Pitts was playing. Yeah, go ahead, Ron. Pitts was playing well. Pitts was making plays. But you were not trying to get mismatches. And then you were trying to go to the receivers because you thought, hey, we got this mismatch secondary. Here's an idea. If you ran the ball, stuck with the run, and then you started, this thing called play action. You know how gullible maybe those eager cornerbacks were? Probably would have gotten a play over the top. Did we do that? No, we didn't. Did Kurt look scattered brain? Maybe the off. Look, guys, I don't know. I'm going to say this. I think the team did not look the best. I think everybody sucked except for Bijan because he put the numbers in. Okay, the numbers said he played a good game. What I'm saying is Tyler Algier was not going to save you in this game. What's going to save you was better play calling, getting the guy. Zach, I need you to get these guys maybe in the same lineup so you can dictate, because I swear I keep saying this, dictate mismatches. If they're so all up on Bijan and they take 2 guys to follow him, you've already won. You can run the ball because they're not going to be there. You can pass the ball because someone's going to have a one-on-one because they up Bijan. And this is where, we kept talking about the experienced coach. They have an experienced coach in Gray, Jerry Gray.
Yeah, Jerry Gray.
Okay, for defense. Yeah. But they don't have no one in the offense, and that is what kills me.
Yeah.
And my thing is this, Ra, I appreciate your happiness. I appreciate your vibe, let's do it. Let's just, let's get kiki ha ha. I get it. What's up, Keely? And by the way, guys, I put the link in. If you want to join us, you can. I don't have a problem.
Yeah,
guys, in that Seattle game.
Yeah, there's no fork. I'm taking vacation.
Yeah, exactly. Head in that game pretty hard because you know what, John? That was another thing I was also wondering too. Because when I heard he got hit, because I was listening to David Arch and watching the Red Zone, but I saw that and I was wondering, did he get concussed? Because that was pretty violent. But again, I mean, he was still playing. So go ahead there, Ron, and then we'll go to Ladarius, and then I'll get on my soapbox later.
I need for Raheem to tell Zach Robinson, be like, hey, player, did you watch the game from last night? Did you watch Baltimore? How they changed up their play calling, how they ran Devin Henry. Well, if you didn't, come on in my office, player. You see this? They call a TV. Turn on the TV with a remote control.
Ron, this is coming from Ron. You're asking a coach that keeps telling people stats are for losers. So I don't know if he knows what a TV is.
You better get to know.
What are you talking about? What are you talking?
We're doing great.
I'll be like, hey, turn the TV on, hit play. Just study Baltimore. Guess who we play next? Tampa Bay.
Oh, I know. What's up there, Birdcage?
Right. Guess who Baltimore just mollywop last night? Tampa Bay.
You might want to say that again.
Tampa Bay. So
now, can Ron? You keep saying Tampa Bay, but can we bring up something to the congregation? And even Ladarius might want to bring this up too.
What?
There was a burn victim in the game, very seriously burned. This guy, got a big contract from us, but apparently he was on fire. He was actually worsely burned than my grilled cheese sandwich I ordered in South Carolina. But I got to say, AJ Terrell, I hope you're okay. I hope you made it to Grady. Get those burns done because we're going to need you to cover over in Tampa Bay. And look, apparently Todd Bowles heard about this and felt bad. So, Godwin's not playing. We don't know about Mike Evans yet. He's got an iffy hammy. And also, folks, we're about to bring some history over here, okay? So let's be respectful. Ladies and gentlemen, I got some history up in here. Look at this, Mr. Fresh. What's up, Ron? Ryan, how you doing?
Man, I'm good. Just popping in for a minute, man. Don't want to take too much of your time, man.
No problem. You family.
Y'all talking about burn victims, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not the burn that I'm worried about. It was the fact that it was the fact that AJ was adopted by his daddy, DK Metcalf. You don't get blocked on a running play with one arm, and you put up no fight. You know how you say how you got old man strength when that old man grabbed him, like how old Otis was on Martin. How Otis did it on Martin. I got you that boy. Yeah, you can't do nothing with that boy. DK Metcalf, old Otis, your boy AJ, he held him with one hand in the side of his forearm. Literally, he just went Otis on him one time. I'm like,
Ryan, he basically big brothered that kid. He made AJ Terrell look like a little kid. He's like, no, you can't have that.
No, it was kind of like if anybody, no disrespect to anybody that grew up with single mamas, because you got some of them that's strong too. Yeah. But if any of y'all grew up in the house with a daddy, a stepdaddy, a uncle or whatever that taught you how to play football, was teaching you how to fight, and you really thought you was doing something, and he just, you know what? You can't do nothing with me, boy. Just go ahead and sit there. Look at that strength there, boy. That was what happened with AJ Terrell on that running play with Kenneth Walker that just literally put the game out of touch. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I hate seeing guys. I hate seeing guys go down with injuries, especially with competition, because if you played in the sport, you don't want anybody to get hurt. But this is the other thing that I'll say. I don't want Bucks to be with plenty. I don't want the Bucks organization or fans to be with plenty of excuses of why we might come there and hand them an L. But when you lose two of the best receivers and their playmakers on their team, that really changes the ball game and the game plan for the Falcons. Now you can pin your ears back and go get Baker, and literally AJ ain't got no excuse at going up against secondary guys. And also our secondary has no excuse except for, okay, you got to focus on the tight end and you guys got to stop the running game. If you can stop the running game and at least make Baker use his legs, you have a chance to win this ball game, wrap up the division. And I'll say this, man. I really think that in this situation, the way that this season is gone, because I know we're going to touch on it on Thursday, Jimmy Lake, you have to start leaning on Jerry Gray. Your arrogance is going to cost you your job at this point because deficiencies are obvious. So the later that this season gets, the more film that people have on the Falcons, they'll understand how to expose it. Andy Reid was the first to do it. I don't know. We played Kansas City tough, but think about it. We got run on by a third string practice squad running back in that ball game. Yeah. In that ball game. He had over 100 yards.
All right, real quick. I got also Ryan, I'm glad you're here because I want to ask you some questions, as well as Chris Chip Moore. What's up? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something, folks. You need to follow Chris Tipmore. Here's why. Because if you ever feel like you're not Mr. GQ dressed up for the game, you need to see this man's drip. Man, homeboy looked like the pimp of the year, I must say. I was like going, dear God, where's the aquarium shoes, my brother? So, I'm just saying, bro, you were looking sharp, mighty sharp, if I could say so myself. So just wanted to give you a heads up.
What is it? Casket shawl or something like that?
Chris, if you ever see Up Go Get You Sucker, that's who he's referring to. Fly guy.
Let me tell you, finally,
Fly guy.
let me tell you something. I have been wondering when somebody was going to ever quote back the I'm going to get you sucker. Because when I see John Harris and his look, I go, oh, John must have had the theme of Shaft playing behind him when he walked to the house. And then I see Chris, Pimp of the Year. Yeah, bro, you were Fly Guy for sure. But
every hero needs theme music. Every hero needs
all right, real quick. Now, JQ, if you don't know who she is, she's Monica. And give y'all a breather to catch up on me, so I don't make y'all die on me.
I'm just singing the theme to Shaft while you're talking. All
right, that's cool because that's going to be my new theme. We're going to have a band and everything. All right, so this is Monica, and let me tell you something, folks. She is hilarious during all the games, if not just the Saints and the Broncos, if not the Bucks and the and then the Falcons. She'll keep it real. She does. She rips from the straight. So it's awesome. So they all know players get paid, and when they forget how to get paid.
Hey man, I don't have any decorum. Forgive me.
Yeah. Oh, it's all good. You're on my show. You don't need decorum. I don't allow that anyway here. All right. And Courtney Jones, if you would like, the link's in. All right, real quick. So, guys, I want to ask you. I want to ask because I asked Ron and I asked Ladarius, and we've been really having some good stuff to talk about here. Raheem and Terry had a chance to build this team up. Okay. They got they went ahead and got Kirk Cousins. They got Mooney. But that meant they had that date all the way to preseason week 1. And then the injuries happened. we still had issues on defense because Ryan, you brought this up a lot of times on Birdcage. We got a 4-3 system, but we're trying to play the 3-4. We never tried to make a deal.
You got reverse that. We got a 3-4 system, and we got personnel for a 4-3.
4-3. Yeah.
Hold on. Yes. You get all right. At least y'all know what my crazy brain was thinking. Thank you.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the way you're thinking.
Hold on. And by the way, y'all, if you haven't watched I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, you better be watching it, and then you can join this group, because that's the only way you're going to get in now. And have a fort, too, because Ladarius still, that was awesome. All right.
That's about it.
Got
Ladarius
so awesome.
And also, we ain't selling no one rib around here either. We're not selling no one rib. And we ain't putting no soda in your hands either. So,
one rib.
Well, I give you 10 cents for it.
No, get out of the room.
Yeah, that's one of my that's one of my favorite movies. There, you going on that one?
I still watch it just to enjoy it.
Y'all boys make me want to throw that thing on tonight.
You're gonna have to.
Hey Chris, how you said make that one order of ribs? No, one rib. One rib.
Jim Brown, one rib.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. It's like watching a movie that old, man. It almost feel like a brand new movie that you just know all the parts to.
My mouth on the thing. No, get out of here.
No, get out of here. Hold on. That's how you should negotiate for Myles Garrett. All right, look, I'll give you one pick. All right, a first rounder, yeah. No. A fourth round pick, yeah. I'll give you a running back, too. No, not Tyler, but I'll give you Channing Tatum. Hold on, you gotta work the AEW trade.
Hey man, that boy say he was screaming. Hey, that boy say he heard you scream. Hey, he said he heard you screaming down the stairs.
All right,
I wasn't screaming.
Yeah. All right, so we got Courtney Jones in the house. What's up, Courtney?
In the house.
What it do?
ATL, represent.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, good. Daggum, you all up in the red. Here we go.
With the big hat on, because I know that ain't for John.
You got that 7?
We know that's a Vic hat. We know that ain't no Bijan hat,
baby. But hey, you can call it Bijan if you want to. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this.
Yeah, I got you, brother. It's all good. All right, so look, let's bring this up. I'm going to kind of refresh it because, like I said, Ladarius and Ron answered, but we're going to let the new crew that just joined in on us. So, look, William Avery, Mr. FMLA, said that we need to press coverage more forward man-to-man. I agree. It's on coaching. That's what we're talking about. So, look, we had from March all the way to week 1 of the preseason, we never looked for a defensive tackle that could take up 2 blockers. We never looked for guys that played in that 3-4 style. But yet we feel like this system was going to these guys were going to shift automatically from 4-3 to the 3-4. And it's just not happening. You're not getting the results. Your sacks aren't even happening. You're playing far back. You're not letting your safeties attack the ball like they used to. So, even though, yes, I want to do a trade and get a guy. I do. All right, and you can bring in whoever you want. It's up to you on when we get to you. What I'm saying is, though, how do you fix this? Because we really should have been looking at this team going, well, if you're a 3-4 team, how are you going to make this happen without the 3-4 dynamics, if you will?
Yeah.
So, Ryan, you first. And since you called out the I'm going to get you sucker, you go first.
Well, here's the thing that I'm going to say. When you talk about running a 3-4, you have to have a dynamic defensive tackle. That's the first thing. If you don't have a dynamic defensive tackle, it's not going to work. The man had Aaron Donald and Von Miller. That's enough right there. And you had a solid defense that was up under him. Now, the thing that you actually have to look at is I'll say this right here. You got to go get a defensive end at this point, outside linebacker that could actually affect it. You got Crosby, you got Garrett, you got Zadarius Smith. In this situation, you got to give up a pick. You already got your franchise quarterback. We're not going to be picking that high.
Right.
You got to give up. You got to give up something to bring in somebody because right now we're in win now mode. Now I had some people to disagree with me, but I want y'all to really think about it. Terry Fontenot does not have a contract extension right now. He doesn't have a contract for next year. So at this point, you gotta go all in to show that you're trying to win. Because you don't know if Judon's gonna sign here next year. You don't know if Justin Simmons is gonna be here next year. So at this point, you've got to use these veterans to be in a position to do a little something. So at this point, I'm like this. Give up a first round this year. Third, if you have to, throw in maybe 2026 is first. And then you have to also throw in Lorenzo Carter with it. Or Arno Ebiketie, one of those two. And I'll tell you like this. When you have those two going back and forth in that sense, when you look at it, we have a good relationship with Cleveland. When you look at what we got with Taylor Gabriel and Alex Mack, those were difference makers that we grabbed. If you can get Cleveland to get up off that contract, because they got to pay a lot of people. They got to pay Denzel Ward. They got to pay some of their linebackers. You look at it. Cleveland is a place that I think, and I would like Max Crosby, but he would cost a lot. But my thing is I would go get Myles Garrett too. That's another one I would get. But Cleveland is more sensible because they got to come off the money because of that Deshaun Watson contract. So they're more likely to negotiate than the Raiders would be at this point. So I want Myles Garrett, but I darn sure ain't turning down Max Crosby if the offer's right. I'm good with that too. But go get one of those guys, and then you figure out what you're going to do, and then we roll with it. That's all I got for you fellas with that one.
All right. Yeah. Chris, go ahead, Chip.
Okay. Man. So, my man. All right. So for the Max Crosby thing, I don't think that's going to happen because it would be weird for them to trade like their best player. I understand like they would have no building blocks pretty much. And you have Tom Brady over there who's going to be having a significant role. I do not see Tom Brady coming in saying, oh, yeah, guys, we're going to trade Max Crosby after we just traded Devontae Adams. So, a wide receiver, you can probably find those, but we already know quarterback and pass rush, those things are hard to find. I mean, ask the Falcons, So I'm just saying, like, we've had trouble on both sides of that before. So, and we're still having issues with pass rush. I would definitely go get Myles Garrett. I believe the contract, is actually more workable than what Max Crosby has. So that's another thing. But there's a possibility, depending on what you got. You really still need to see what you have. We haven't seen Dorless. We need to see more of Rook. It's guys that like I would, cut a few snaps for to try to see what we have as far as our future. So you really know what you having to work with instead of just selling the whole entire farm. It's guys that just haven't played and haven't got enough snaps. And to the point of the whole 3-4, we are definitely too small for a 3-4. And we don't get generate the push for a 3-4. We don't at all. We need to be 4-3. That's where we was benefiting. That's where we benefited from with Ryan Nielsen last year. And you got to remember, we ran a 3-4 with Dean Pease, and we had lesser guys. And, we still didn't generate anything. But this season it's shaping up like that. The only thing that's better is, everything is better right now. Going into week 8, except for the sack total. Because when Dean Pease, we were last in sacks then under the 3-4 scheme. But, and we had lesser talent then. We have better talent now, and we're still not generating any push. We need to make a move, even if it's for just Zadarius Smith. If you get Zadarius Smith and put him out there with Judon, that will make your defense significantly better, and you will save more money. Heck yeah, I want Myles Garrett for sure. But there are other guys that you can get and plug in and possibly save you some money, possibly save you some draft pick. Because I know a lot of people in the fan base, are, let's say, lovers of, players and everything like that. But depending on what happened, I'd even shop Grady Jarrett just for the cap space. you know, because he has a huge cap hit, you know what I'm saying, for next year that would kind of like go in the same field or near it with Myles Garrett. So I know people won't want to hear that saying move Grady, but I'm just giving you an option. I'm not saying I want to move Grady. I'm just telling you it's an option to possibly do it because Grady started off like the first 2 games strong. He's been a little stagnant since then. I still believe he's not fully healthy. Just for things I've seen against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Thursday Night Football. I've seen Grady limping. I seen it. I was right there on the Falcons sideline, and I seen Grady limping when he came off the field. When we had got off the field, I think we had sacked Baker, and we got off the field, and I seen Grady coming over. He was kind of limping coming off the field. So he may not even be 100% healthy. Again, the cap space, just the cap number. If you're talking about trying to go get a premier pass rusher, a walking Hall of Famer, you're possibly going to have to cut, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to shed some fat in order to bring him on here. And that would be an option that may happen.
All right, before Chad Jones, I think that's what your name is. Give me a second. Yeah, Courtney Jones, my bad. Before I give the floor to him, I need to also welcome in John Harris from the eye test.
Yes, sir.
You know, thank you so much. But also, before anything else, Tip, did you not hear me earlier? Because I was killing some sacred cows earlier, and I mentioned Mr. Grady. So I just want to let you know you were not the only one that said something like that. So,
okay. Now, but I came in late, man. I missed the start of the show, but yeah, I mean, the thing about it is, I've been having conversations with Berto and Smitty. You know what I'm saying about Grady anyway. Like before we even got Judon, I was like, I'm looking at Grady's cap number. But we all agreed that Grady wouldn't be traded at that particular time because he's still the heart and soul. He's still a leader in the locker room. And that's still a reason why he may not be traded. Like, period. That's still a reason why he may not. But I'm talking about, if you're talking about trying to flip this defense, try to get some guys that can pinch the quarterback, some guys that's not going to let him out and sneak out like Geno Smith did. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that was a hell of escape out the pocket. Because we had guys that was there. He just moved well, and then he dumped the ball right where Jesse Bates blitz from. So, at the end of the day, man, we got to get guys that pinch that quarterback.
Yeah. All right, Courtney. All right, Courtney, what's up? All right, we're going to let you speak now. So go ahead and speak what you got, man. What do you think about this, man?
All right. Can you repeat the question again? I've been hearing all kinds of stuff. So
no, you good, you good. No, you good, brother.
Because
you all good.
Really, I was thinking, Grady Jarrett name never came across my mental when getting rid of until just now. Like, well, you know, he could. I mean, it's been years, and we still ain't getting to the quarterback. Something got to change.
Well, let me kind of bring it up. You know, we're talking about Judon. Everybody wants to say Judon's the problem. Well, here's the thing. We're not getting sacks. Nobody's getting sacks.
Yeah.
All right? And the thing is this. You, as a team, are going a 3-4 route. But you don't have the personnel to go 3-4. So you're using these 4-3 guys, and you're trying to still say you're 3-4 when, let's be honest, not really happening. Now, the question I'm having, my question is this. If you're going to go for it and you want a specific guy, who are you going for? And, what is your thing about this defense? Why are we so lacking?
I'm going to tell you what I've been thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got, this is sidebar, but we got Landman and the other linebacker. What's his name?
Troy Anderson, or are you talking about Caden
Troy Anderson?
Ellis.
Ellis, okay.
Ellis, right? Then we got Troy backing them up. Troy about what, 6'4", 6'5", about 240, 50. I would be willing to put him on the end a few plays a game and see what he come up with, because he got his motor is running. He's fast. He's athletic. He ain't the most athletic, but for his size and his stature, he's pretty athletic. So I'd be willing to give him a try out there
As a pass
Every now
rusher?
and then.
It's so
Yeah,
funny,
okay.
man. We've said to try to use that speed and try to see if you can tap into him being able to go get the quarterback, but just because of how athletic he is.
And
Wow.
then hold up. Let me say
Because
this
he's
though.
still really learning the position. Really, he didn't. He was a quarterback.
Let me say this right here. And for real, at that inside linebacker spot, he's not a superstar. He probably not even a star. He's just average because every time he makes a tackle, he's 4 or 5 yards behind the line.
Yeah.
Put him on the end and and that was when one of the other linebackers was out and he was starting.
Landman.
Yeah. Now, hey, he did get the pick, run it to the house, and did something else I can't remember, but that means he's a ball hog. Let's put him on the end, man. Let him rush that man. See what happened then. Then if that don't work, yeah, we got to do something. So we got or change the defense. Jimmy Lake tripping. I don't even know why Jimmy Lake running that defense like y'all say. Who is? Ain't none of us football coaches, but it's common sense, right? You don't have the personnel for it.
No. We don't have. Hold on. I don't have a football coach here because if we did, he's been hiding ever since Georgia put a whooping on Texas. So we don't even talk to him. So it's all good. So.
Hey,
I mean, I'm just saying. Just say.
Okay, when
you gotta think about this too. We don't have an experienced guy who can just flip the switch like that. You act like we got Brian Flores back there or something.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say this.
Yeah. Let Ryan say something real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
We did pick up Rashad Evans. Rashad Evans is a thumper. How about put him in the game?
You might see it, because think about it. If we're talking about what we're talking about, there's got to be some moves happening where you're going to have to move some guys around. Now, folks, real quick. So, anything else you want to say, Courtney? Because I can come back to you. It's all good.
I just want to say he said Rashad Evans.
Yeah.
The linebacker, outside linebacker.
Yeah.
Yeah, the linebacker.
Man, he ain't did nothing since he been there.
Wait a minute. But I'm glad you said that. Who was our defensive coordinator at that time?
Who was what?
Ryan Nielsen. Or was it Dean Pease?
It was Dean Pease.
Yeah, Dean Pease, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Now, hey, look. If you can ball, you can ball. You gonna make a play somewhere. I ain't never heard that man's name during the game.
Wait a minute. But we know Dean Pease. He ain't no left front. It's right.
Tell me one time y'all heard them say Rashad Evans on the tackle or Rashad Evans for the tip ball.
Hold on. I'll tell you, I have not. And I'm with you. But I'm just saying, I'm looking at it from a scheme thing because also eventually you kind of need to get some guys. But hold on. I want to bring this man up, if you don't mind. So, all right. So, Courtney, if you're hanging,
I'm listening.
All right, cool. So, look, I'm also, because I got a little feedback from your end, so I'm just going to mute your mic. But when you want to say something, just let me know so I can bring it up, okay?
Oh, shit.
All right. Yeah. No. You good. I'm just helping you out. Well, you can hit me up on the private message, but also just see if you're actually connected to your YouTube still. Just check your phone, see if you're still connected to YouTube as well as this, because I'm hearing a little bit of double stack.
Yeah, I was connected. I had to turn off YouTube because I was on StreamYard. But I know that was
so
YouTube.
just double check. I'm not muting you yet, Courtney. I just wanted to let you know, see if that's it. Okay, cool. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we got John Harris in the building. Now, John, somebody decided to want to quote you and say, to quote John Harris, we hooked up the duck to that truck, and that duck can't pull that dog one truck.
Yep.
So,
words of wisdom.
Yeah. And John, you are our resident guru, Mr. Theme Music of Shaft when you walk. So,
It's too late,
now, John. Yeah, John, it's already happened, especially with that profile pic. Now, John, also, just so you know, it's kind of been outed. I have always quoted the great, I'm going to get you sucker movie. So I just want to let you know I will be still using it without people knowing. All right. How about now? Let's hear you.
Definitely gonna
better?
get you.
Yeah, I'm here.
Sounds great.
Yeah,
sounds great. All right, good. Thank you.
Good.
I'm a first
Yeah.
timer. Give me a hand.
Hey, man, it's all
No,
good.
you good.
That's
Hey,
why
if
we're
you're a
gonna
first
look out
time,
for you.
yeah, if you first timer, we'll help you. Don't worry about that. All right. So now, John, let's go ahead and give you the floor. Now, look, it's about the defense we're talking about, but also, look, how you talk about the architect of this team. This team did their free agent moves in March, but then waited all the way to preseason week 1, and then got their defensive pieces, and that was because they had to replace some guys. So, John, this is kind of what we talk about because, we're trying to run a 3-4, but we got 4-3 hosses. What say you? Is there a guy you want on this team to to help this defense? Because this defense, it's like this. Or is it just getting that 2x4 that you talk about to the coaching staff and going, let these guys play their game?
Good evening, gentlemen. I'm glad I was able to pull over. I'm out here just riding around here, and there are two phrases that are firing offenses for a coach or a coordinator for me. We got out coached. We came out flat.
Thank you.
I heard we came out flat.
Yep.
Now, with as much at stake, with as much that you don't know, with all of the things that are facing you right now, how does your team come out flat?
Yeah.
Can I tell you?
How does your team come out flat?
Can I tell you?
Now, that's something.
No, hold on, Courtney. Let him go.
Now that's something that I can't abide by. Coach after coach after coach has come here, and this is what I hear them say. As soon as I hear that, I have their papers already ready. I got it filled out. I've got the unemployment office number already put on the paper.
You ain't gonna give them one chance.
I got it where you can call somebody if you need to talk to a consultant or a shrink or something because you got fired. I got all this ready for you when you make those two statements because it's time for me to fire you. It's time for me to fire you. And what I saw was a team that was reading their own press clippings and patting themselves on the back for 3 straight wins.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
That's
That's what I'm talking about.
I saw.
That's why I say, can I tell you? That's what I was gonna say. I just said it different. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Y'all go ahead. Y'all continue.
That's what I say. Hey man, you fine. You're absolutely fine because it's so frustrating. You can't hold it in.
Nah, for real.
Hold it in.
Right.
I
Hold
sat
that
out
war.
there Sunday and watched this team not let the Seattle Seahawks beat them. I saw a team beat itself.
Yep.
That's what happened Sunday. We did not get beat by the Seattle Seahawks. We got beat by the toughest team on the schedule, the Atlanta Falcons.
The Atlanta Falcons.
I like that. I like that.
We got beat by the toughest team on the schedule, the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons beat the dog snot out of the Atlanta Falcons.
And it wasn't even close.
You ain't lying.
Okay, can I real quick, John? I have to ask because oh shit, my earbud just popped out of my ear. Give me a second so I can hear y'all. All right, I got to ask you. All right, both y'all. Did you not hear the Raheem press conference? I want to say it was either Thursday or Wednesday. It was Raheem and Jimmy Lake. Did anybody hear that press conference?
I didn't.
I did not.
Tell me what
No,
they said.
Hit me with it, man.
I can't
All
wait to
right,
hear this.
so because they were asking about the defense, and they were just laughing around and just saying, "Oh, pass rush is going to come soon. Don't worry, we're working on it, and don't even worry because we got Ebikadi's our second best pass rusher. We got it, and I have yet to watch it. Thank you, Monica. And
basically, they were saying that like, yeah, we're gonna show y'all.
Yeah.
Ain't show shit.
Well, and here's and I want to go back to John.
He got beat up by a 6-rounder who just was working at Aldi a couple of weeks ago, and he came in and stonewalled your defensive line. Like,
and I didn't know that Baggert had it in him.
You want?
It was an eyesore. It was eyesore, and we couldn't even take advantage, y'all.
You talking about Judon? The man Judon was blocking Judon.
Yeah,
man. Was even saying that like he's holding Judon pretty good.
Courtney, I don't know if you know, but Chris Tipp, he actually was with the commentators as they were talking about that. So yeah, he was there listening to them saying that. So yeah, so he got a good eye view of that. So yeah, and look. What I'm trying to say is this. We lost that game because our coaches weren't on even a clue on this one. That's how I felt.
Do you think we came into this game arrogant?
Chris, I'm going to tell you Chris, I'm going to tell you yes. And here's the thing, Chris. Seattle, didn't they lose 2 of the 3 their NFC West division games? And then lost the Giants game. Am I correct?
Well, I know the Lions is the one that smacked them in the mouth and let them know that they had some things to work on. They were barreling down ever since then. And I was saying that I did not want this to be a game just like the Panthers. I was saying it with them too. I didn't want this to be a game to where a team can get off the schneid against you. That's kind of like the Falcons.
Yeah. And this is the typical Falcons play a last place team or a team they think they got, and they're going to come up with an egg. And this is what happened. And go ahead.
So this
go ahead, John.
This really qualified as the trap game.
Yeah, honestly, it did.
Yeah,
because because at the beginning of the game, I saw a stat where they had the 31st pass blocking rating in the entire league.
Yep.
And that right tackle that works at Aldi's had his best game against us.
And this see,
he earned a contract.
But look, we got the worst pass rushing defense. So I mean,
and see, I don't know how many times people get at me for just repeating the same thing over and over again. But when it's the same problem and I have the same solution, I have no choice.
Well, repeat yourself, John, and then we'll go to Ron real quick.
I have no choice. You got to get some people. You need to go down there to Reedsville. Find somebody on death row. Drive him up him. As long as you get to that quarterback, I don't care about no 15-yard penalty for a roughing. As long as you get back there to that quarterback, you stay out for a week. Your freedom is on a week-to-week, game-by-game basis. You have to have that type of mentality. You're going to have that type of viciousness that you go and get somebody. And see, the thing is that your scouts and your people, just like I read earlier today about Derrick Henry not being a fit for the Dallas Cowboys. Are you?
No, we don't talk about them. Jerry might hear us. We can't talk about them. Jerry might hear us and get us disconnected. Right, Ron?
I don't believe that, but I believe it here. You got people out there right now that can help you that won't cost you nothing. You nothing. You won't have to, try, just like Tip was saying. Ain't no pass rushers out there that no pass rushers worth anything that anybody's just gonna give up or no matter what type of money, cash, trade exceptions, whatever, they're not going to give them up. Scouting department, it's your time to go out there and find somebody that, at a college, someplace. Go find them. Go find them. I wouldn't care if you had Stinky McFatty up there on the doggone line. Put him on the line.
Not Stinky.
As long as Stinky getting that quarterback, that's all I care about.
You say all that, it make me want to say, like, shit. They've been doing the same shit for years, dude. They still got the same scouts. Cause we still, how many years we been looking for a pass rusher?
All right, time out. Hold on, time out. You're all good. I just wanted to time in, just go real quick. Ron, before you say something, so because Chris has been going ballistic here on these comments, and I want to catch up to him. So of course he's like, he took this team lightly, literally didn't care. John Brooks said, to quote Coach Boone from Remember the Titans, Morris, you're overcooking my grits, Coach. All right. And then Raheem Morris got to show, something this whole month. And then let's see, Raheem Morris do a lot of tough talk, but he doesn't hold himself accountable. Now, real quick. Now, we're going to go to Ron because I promised so. But before I go to Ron, here's the thing, guys. I'm going to say this again. Coach Raheem and Terry Fontenot had all this time. They knew what system they were running. And they kept trying to feed us, the guys here under this, we're going to attack. We're going to be good. We're going to be great. Oh, just watch this offense. It's going to be dynamic. Well, right now we really haven't, we saw it for one game for 500 yards. So, Ron, go ahead, and then I'll come back to my points. So, go for it.
It go back to what I've been saying for a long time. Atlanta Falcons don't go after the guys that got the pit bull mentality. If that pit bull get off of that leash, your ass is grass. We don't go after those guys. We go after labs, chihuahuas, ankle bites. Shizus. We go after them.
And people who bring portraits of their family members on stage.
Right.
I do it for her.
But we don't go after
the quarterback. Remember, he's like, I'm gonna get to the quarterback.
Right. We don't go after the Max Cosby, the TJ Watts that I've been wishing for years. I've been saying that for years. Those are the type of dudes we need in Atlanta.
They don't know. They don't know what they look like, evidently, man. They've been doing this shit for damn 20 years.
But that's the problem. If something I'm working for 20 years, I need to change up on something.
You think about it. You think about it. Grady was really like the last somewhat disruptor that you really can say that we drafted.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, Pat was okay, but he wasn't enough. Vic had that one-hit wonder to where he was the best. But and my thing is, remember, he had Dwight Freeney on the other side. But I feel like that really helped him a lot because Dwight still had gas in the tank and he was still out there, moving.
Right. Hey, but also though, with that being said, all those people you just named helped Grady out. You know what I'm saying? Like So now he ain't got no help. Sometimes he had it. Yeah. Sometimes he had help and can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So what?
Go ahead. I feel like what hurt Grady now is that injury. If he never got injured last year, I feel like Grady would be more productive because you got Judon and you got Amanyata. I feel like, with those two guys, I feel like Grady, and you see sometimes that Grady be able to get through the line and everything like that. But I feel like if that injury never happened, Grady would be getting penetration more because he'll have that, he'll have that confidence, he'll have that push. You know how it is when you're pushing for the ones who play football. You got to push off. So,
but for real though,
all right, let Ron get
Grady get back there a lot, and he don't be making the tackle either. Sometimes he missed the tackle too. Sometimes,
Courtney, let Ron go. Hold on, let Ron go real quick.
Go ahead.
What's the point of drafting guys and you don't even play all the guys?
Man, I said that earlier.
Woo! That's what Chris said. That's what Tip said.
Make sense.
That's what you got.
What the point of drafting guys and
Got
you
a
don't
point.
even play the damn guys you
I
got?
agree. Yeah, you draft him, motherfucker. Yeah, play that.
I'm just saying, Luke needs more time. Dorless still is a healthy scratch every week.
You know, it's funny. I should have a cussing remark, but then I should go, nah, I don't care. All right, real quick.
Oh,
Before,
you want me to stop cutting? My bad.
you good. Courtney, you good. I was having fun with it.
I can't say
Hey, Courtney, you're fine, brother. I don't have a problem with you, man. Don't worry about that.
The
Go ahead,
veterans, they're not doing it. How about buying the young bucks? How about that?
Those guys work for AEW, and I really don't want them on my team. They can't even sack a flea. Oh, sorry, wrong guys.
I mean, what the point of having them on the shelves just to look at? Motherfucker, I don't want to look at your black ass. Get your ass on the field. These old men are not doing it.
Yo.
These old dudes not doing it. You got to change it up.
I think it is time to at least, switch things up, switch up some combinations.
Right.
I'm not saying that you can't have Grady and Amanyata and Judon in, but I'm just saying on that end, maybe start putting Zach Harrison on the end because he was getting some penetration when they started putting him on the edge. I know he disrupted Geno Smith. Definitely that penalty that they called Nate Landman for, which is, we had some silly penalties, and some of them were BS, but you got to try these new guys, man. You got to try your young guys to give them snaps. I understand money plays a part in it too, because you got guys under contract that need to play because you're paying them more. But you just got to start switching up the combination, bro. That's my thing.
All right, real quick before anything else, I want to say, Ladarius, I haven't heard from you, brother. So go ahead. I wanted to hear what's your thoughts on what we're talking about right now.
I was good. I guaranteed money. I was eating popcorn, enjoying the show, to be honest. But I was like, listening to you. Well, first of all, I want to say hi to. I don't know if I said hi to Courtney, but John, always great to have you here, right?
Yes, sir.
Pearls of wisdom and do.
No,
that will be played every time you come on the show. You can't, like I say, don't fight.
Yeah, we're gonna have the band and everything. I can't wait. We're gonna organize it all, John. You're gonna love it. Every time John's going down the street, you can have a band behind you.
And why? Because every hero needs a theme. So there you go.
There it is.
Put a like on that one.
Yo, let's clip that and put it for the reel. Now, I think what I will say is this. What I heard a lot of great things, a lot of suggestions, but here's the overriding issue, and it was kind of addressed earlier. I honestly feel about this game. I feel like, listen, this was the definition of the word trap game. This was a trap game. Yep. And because you look like, we were favored, they're secondary, some of the guys were out, and it's something in the room, didn't feel right. And sure enough, what we saw take place was, what I saw was that, listen, Kirk Cousins had 3 turnovers all by his lonesome.
Mm-hmm.
And what I saw was DK Metcalf doing whatever that was to AJ Terrell. I don't know what that was.
That was little brother.
Then he did the too small after they scored the touchdown.
Yeah, I'm sitting there going, sir, like, I appreciate it, but that's disrespectful, sir. Like,
sir, you cannot do that to our Kevin Hart. I mean, AJ Terrell, pal.
Listen. I get why you did it, but don't do it in our. But anyway, but to go back to all the suggestions about defense, I think there's a structural switch up to a certain degree, because there's potential that I feel that there's untapped. But the one thing I am tired of hearing of, and I love Coach Raw, I love him, but at some point you got to take that optimism and you got to start being a realist about what you have. Because yes, are we tied for first in the NFC South? Yes, that's a factual statement. But listen, I look at the Kansas City Chiefs, and Patrick Mahomes has more interceptions than he did a touchdown, and they're undefeated. So. And I say that to say that and I'm saying that every organization is not made equal, and it all starts. It's a top down structure. No matter what job we have, it's a top down structure, not an up top. It's a down top. So it starts from the top and goes to the bottom. To me, if you're looking at and C-Dub said, and C-Dub has said this to the point where I agree, we've had time to figure out the problems, but just because how can I phrase it? Just because you had the time to do it, all of a sudden now we're going to fix it. No, you had time. Mm-hmm. It's not like you didn't. It's not like, oh, the season starts in 6 weeks. No, you had months. You had months to put this together. You had months. You know what the scheme was. You knew what we were going. I would like to assume that you knew what the plan was going into the season. Because everyone, listen, it's like the old saying, everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Well, what's the plan? Because are we getting punched in the mouth, or we have a plan? Because at this point, I don't see what's going on. But more important, I used this stat earlier. We're second in the league and allowing the fewest yards per completion allowed, 8.8. In that game, we allowed 12.4. And we can thank DK Metcalf for that long play as a big part of that reason.
Right before half, too. Oh my God!
That plays like that before the half is equally demoralizing.
Yep,
because that's momentum. Because that's momentum. Because like if you can stop a team, especially defensively going into halftime, that does something to the confidence. But it's equally on the other end is demoralizing when you let them score, and then in the fashion that it happened.
Yep, because you came out in the second half, and you went 3 and out, and it was like, oh shoot.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, going back to the defense, listen, Jimmy Lake, like I said, Jimmy Lake was looking like Jimmy Ocean because a lot of people that defense looked a little sus. Like like I said, I do want to see. Like I think someone mentioned about Zach Harrison. I would like to see him.
Yeah,
if he's healthy. I mean, I saw him at Ohio. I saw, when he came out, saw a little film, and I was like, okay, that we got something. We got value there. But I would love to see it in a more because listen, people don't want to admit it. Listen, scheme plays a factor, but at some point. You can't when you talk about and say stats don't matter and you ignore stats, that means it's a problem and you don't want to admit it's a problem. Because the stats are showing you that we're not getting a pass, or our stats are showing, like I think John mentioned his stat, that we're next to listen, you may not want to hear those stats. You may not like stats, but you know what stats is telling you? This is who you are. Like, yeah, you're 4-3, that's cool and great. But
bingo.
But you still got problems.
Did you lose the game?
Exactly. And Andy Reid, listen. Oh yeah, Patrick didn't have his best game. Oh, but we won. His press conference looked pretty easy. He don't have to say, "Oh well, we got things to fix." And yeah, but they won the game. And Raheem, you didn't.
Yeah. All right, I got to say this because we're actually going to shift it. But actually, we can stay on the same path because it's still going to revolve around Raheem. All right. And Chris, I love you. I know I love Smitty and Bertha. So y'all know this. But I have to go here because this has become my now new pet peeve.
What you got?
All right. I'm going to predict Tyler Allgeier's next game.
Oh.
All right? All right. I want y'all to get ready.
And we'll be right back.
All right. He's about to get 300 yards total yardage. He's going to get 50 yards throwing the ball, 100 receiving, and $150 receiving. He's going to get 5 touchdowns. And when that happens, that's when you turn off Madden. Now,
I was about to say, are you waking up?
Yeah, bro. But anyway, the reason why I bring this up now, Chris, when you're cooking, when somebody's getting off, all right. Bijan was cutting up. We all talked about the game, but Bijan was literally making plays against the Seahawks defense, right?
Mm-hmm. He was,
and I mean he was gashing them. And the man that can stop Bijan isn't Tyler Allgeier. It's not even the defense. It's Zach Robinson because that fool decided to throw the ball. And if it wasn't the Pitts, for some reason, Kurt wasn't connecting with the receivers. I don't know what was up, but it was just one of those days. And Pitts was getting some catches, and, it was, nothing great, but at least he was making plays. I got to give him that. But for real, all I heard, though, was Bijan's getting all the carries. Tyler needs more. And I'm going, in a game when you're down by 20, or not even that, down by 10, whatever, you're going to – don't you want the guy that can pick up the blitzes, that can catch the ball, possibly take it deep, whatever, take it to the house, and not trying to do the screen stuff. I'm talking you can have him run a route and whatnot, but you can really feed Bijan. Now, Tyler, I've heard, but I think of Tyler as, all right, we're going to finish this game. Tyler, come on, boy. We're going to run the convoy down. We're going to get this game to zeros. All right. That in Carolina, I had no problem with the way they used both running backs. Okay. But in this game, I just kept hearing how Tyler should have been there. And I'm going, what are you talking about? I'm looking more for Bijan to be in because he could do this stuff. He's making plays. He made the Seattle Seahawks defense look like they were chasing him. So that's why I'm bringing this up. First of all, Zach Robinson, we've got to address the room with him because I need to know. And, Chris, if you could get a hold of Maury, I would be really happy. I need to know, is this man related to Mike Bobo?
Yeah. There's any relation, right? It's crazy.
I need a paternity test.
It's crazy with the inconsistency, but I would like to turn your attention to Tyler Allgeier's rookie season and the fact that he was doing all the things that Bijan does now. It's just he's a different back. Yeah. He was catching out of the backfield. He was being spread it out. He was running people over. He was running for long distance. He was scoring touchdown after touchdown. Yeah. So it's like, my thing is you have a 1-2 punch. And regardless of what Bijan does, Tyler Allgeier still be averaging more yards per carry. And, my thing is, like, if a guy is averaging 6-7 yards, it's just like, how don't you give him at least 10 carries? At least.
Now, I'm not going to argue that. No, I'm not going to argue that. I hear you there.
Yeah, so it's like, my thing is, it was Bijan's game. He was gashing him. I even said it on Twitter. I said, give the ball to 7. He's got over 100 yards in scrimmage. So it really was Bijan running hard. It was just like you did forget about Tyler, and he was gashing. Man had 5 carries and averaged, over 6 yards. I'm like, how do you go away from that? My thing is at all. How do you go away from that? But let's back up anyway and get back to Zach Robinson because the game plan was shot from the beginning. The game plan was shot from the first quarter. And it just never was able to get right. And then you start having to pass the ball because you're down. And normally our defense is able to stop the bleeding and hold teams. Today, against the Seahawks, that was the day that we finally broke. We was all bend, don't break. We got broke on Sunday. And that's what I was saying. I don't want to be a bend but don't break defense. I want to be somebody that's standing up and standing on exactly like what the numbers are saying. As far as stopping guys. But we still give up a high percentage of completions. We don't get off the field on third down often enough. And we still have the trouble in the sack department.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's a lot of things that's going on with this team that's equaling to what things are adding up to, on the field. And some things aren't adding up on the field. But I say the game plan was shot from the beginning. We got all these false starts. I don't know why you passing the ball starting off against the team anyway. And if you are passing the ball, then you should have been wearing they behind out with Kyle Pitts because they struggle with tight ends who are lined up in the end line.
And he was because he was catching the ball on them too. So he wasn't having a bad game
at all. My thing is you went away from that and you went away from the run game. You started letting Kurt pass more, but it's another thing that people got to remember too. If y'all go back now, Kurt has about seven interceptions now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you go back and look at all 7 of them, it's because they got pressure in his face. He tried to make a play. Somebody hit his arm. Somebody, you know what I'm saying, knock him off of his spot. And he trying to drive the ball and not really, you know what I'm saying, being able to plant. But he's still trying to make a play. Next thing you know, the ball going the other way.
Have we heard anything about Bergeron's injury?
Oh, man, I haven't heard anything about it. Not just
I
yet,
know
but I would love to know, because when Bergeron went down, things got worse.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Hinton is not it. Okay. And
Oh God, dude, no.
and my thing is, like, I'm gonna try to give a little grace, because it's tough coming off the bench cold, coming on talking about you a starter now on the offensive line. It's tough. But at the same time, you're a professional. We see guys coming in all the time, and it seems like they hold up well most times against us. So why can't we hold up well? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but it's just ultimately though. Yeah, I feel like they went away from Tyler too much.
Okay.
You should have like incorporated him with a few more carries than just 5. 5 is just crazy. Even though it was Bijan's game, Bijan was going off.
And look, I'm not. And by the way, I want to make sure people understand. I watched the game, and I saw how Bijan was getting gas, and I'm thinking, if Bijan's getting gas, bring in Tyler. This is the perfect time. This is what you do.
Right.
So real quick, we'll let Ron go. Then I see John was ready, and Ladarius, you can hit it afterwards. So go ahead, Ron.
I feel like the time Raheem Morris need to walk up to Zach Robinson and just slap fire out of him. Just slap fire out of him.
Smack! Now, do you want an open hand or backhand? I say backhand's more effective.
Or get the baby powder.
What did the hand say to the face?
Right.
Smack!
Be like, Zach Robinson, we gave you an opportunity. You don't know what the fuck you doing. Let me show you how you do this, son.
Hold on. I'm going to show you how it's done. Now, where's this? How do you control this thing?
Right. And because to me, and I understand you knew at this. There were Raheem Morris should say, you know what? You're not ready for the bright lights. You're not ready what comes with this. My name on the line here. My name on the line. If we lose these games, they're not talking about you. They're talking about me.
Ron, if you listen to any of our shows, we talk about everybody. What are you talking about?
I mean,
we talk about we smoke everything.
Right. I just talk about the TV people.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah.
I talking about Raheem Morris. Do you deserve it? Yes. So Arthur Blank Terry Fano need to come and tell you play. My job on the line too. You don't understand this? I love my money. I love my income. Get the shit together. If you don't, we will find somewhere to put you. But Zach Robinson, we need to hold Raheem Morris, need to hold him accountable. And Jimmy Lake too. Because y'all don't understand, these games mean a lot. Especially where you set up in the playoffs at. If the playoffs would start today, I think we would go against who? The Lions?
No, I don't even know. I don't. We haven't really even talked about that.
But it matters. These games matter. And if we got to face Seattle again in the playoffs, they would be like, well, we already took y'all lunch money. We know y'all soft. We know y'all not rolled cotton candy. We already know that. We just beat you like you stole something in week 6 or 7. But my whole point is we soft. We is soft. The defensive line is soft. Grady Jerry don't put no fear in nobody. The man next to Grady don't put no fear in nobody. So what I've been saying for the last 8 years, fuck it, 42 years, go get a pit bull off of a damn leash. Max Cosby. Fuck those damn draft picks. Fuck him.
So Ron, tell me how you really feel. All right, I got you, brother. I got you. All right, so let's see real quick. Got to catch up. God, I can't talk today. So all right. So Wanaka said, I'm about 50-50 on Bijan. I would rather see Tyler if we're down. I get you. Like I said, this is all what we're talking about. Ron, what's going to get Raheem fired is that I don't care attitude, his wanting to be everyone's friend, shaking hands, kissing babies, and just happy to be here.
Yeah.
All right. John, you definitely been raising your hand, so I want to go ahead and let you go. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, and I'm gonna save a piece, and I've got to roll because I got to get everything back where it needs to be.
I got you.
Gentlemen, one thing that I've got to say, because people are saying that we needed to run the ball. There is no team in the National Football League that can just run the ball down people's throats on every down. There's no team like that exists. We came close to it about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But we still lost games because we were making dumb mistakes. You're going to have to pass the ball. You're going to have to pass the ball just to throw the dogs off the scent. That opens up play action passing. That opens up your running game because of the fact that they don't know what you're about to do. That's all football is now, because you don't have teams that are dominant like that. Because in researching and taking a look at where we are defensively, we are ahead of the Ravens. The Ravens are supposed to be a perennial defensive team, but we are ahead of the Ravens in defensive ranking. So, like I said last week, you have the stats over here that have numbers. Ranked 11th against the 11th scoring, 15th in yards gained. But then you have, and I'm going to shamelessly plug my show, the ATL.
Yep. There you go.
When you look at how those stats are generated or how your team deteriorates according to the stats, it's sickening because it just looks real bad. It just looks real bad. Sunday looked bad. Okay? Defensively and offensively. And, turning back to the offense, even though our defense looked the way that they looked, we had opportunities to win this game if we didn't make stupid mistakes, drop passes, miss passes that were in our hands. Because now Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Ray, all of them. If you want to make it to that higher echelon of receivers where they're calling your name all the time and they're comparing you with other people or comparing other people with you, those catches that you just drop, balls that you don't make a play on, those things come back to haunt you. Those things are held against you. That pass that London missed that just broke his hands apart that he should have caught. That was ridiculous.
Yep.
And see, Kirk Cousins too. Now, I know you signed Kirk Cousins for $180 million. I know he was the man up in Minnesota and all that. But he needs a foot put in his rear end too for some of the things that he does. Because you can't say he doesn't have time. You can't say he doesn't have well, I don't know how these plays, and just like Tip said, I go back to the whole offensive staff, your offensive coordinator. It's a situation where everybody's learning on the job, even the boss. And if the boss is learning on the job, heaven help the people that work for him. Heaven,
we're in trouble.
Because this is basically what I'm seeing is going on.
Yeah.
The boss doesn't even know the job. So now how is he going to coach? How is he going to mentor? How is he going to train the people up under him? And I'm talking about, since they've given Zach Robinson the offense, he's the boss. He's the boss of the offense. Raheem Morris, he's CEO.
Yeah.
He's overseeing the whole thing. And that is problematic for me because you got, like I said, blind leading the blind, everybody gonna fall in a hole. And this is what I'm seeing. And it just doesn't make any sense coming from the very beginning because you didn't hire qualified, seasoned, veteran people in these coordinator spots, offensively and defensively, and let these young'uns learn up under them before they get an opportunity. Because see, this man, Zach Robinson, if you trace his lineage, this man was a consultant for a company before he even, there's no background for me. There are no roots for me.
Who's available? Because we're talking about, we know Jerry Gray is there as the defensive guy, and it's just a coach, like you're saying, and he could definitely be for the defense. Who's that guy for the offense though? Because I don't know. I know they got TJ Yates. I know they got some other guys, but can they hire someone to be like a consultant or somebody where they could look over Zach Robinson and go, that ain't it.
Both positions, they don't need lookoverers.
Well, we're in this situation now, though, John.
Yeah.
And you have two rookies.
You're right. And see, the thing is, since we're in this position, these are going to be some very heavy growing pains. These are going to be some very heavy, frustrating. These are going to be some gut-wrenching growing pains because of the fact that we are going to be complaining about the stupidity for the rest of the year. Okay, possibly for the next 2 years. We are, because these people have not been in the fires that seasoned coaches have been in. Okay,
I got you.
And the thing is that if you are an understudy, you learn from that coach that has been there. Okay.
Yeah.
He has the sweat equity to pull somebody to the side and say, hey, why did you do this? Why did you do that? You should have done this. You should have done that. Okay. Yeah. On defensive and offensive sides of the ball. And because of this, I'm thinking, okay, Kirk Cousins needs a foot in his behind, but who's gonna do it? Now,
there we go.
Who's gonna do it?
Yeah.
No, for real.
I mean, somebody who has the seasoning, the veteran leadership, the time invested.
Well, that's where Raheem comes in. He's gonna have to be him.
But Raheem cannot tell. Okay, Defensive side, yes, because Raheem comes from the defensive side of the ball. All right.
Yes.
Offensive side, dealing with a quarterback. TJ Yates is our quarterback coach. But does TJ Yates have the sweat equity to talk to a Kirk Cousins? Now, he could talk to a Ritter. Okay, he can talk to a Ritter, but what about a Kirk Cousins? And
you know what?
It's just not adding to me. I just don't see anybody.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I just don't see anybody with the avoirdupois, the weight,
the gravitas.
Yeah, the gravitas, the cojones to be able to, call somebody. Oh, hey, come here, son. What are you doing? Why are you staring at these receivers? Kirk Cousins, and look at the game, gentlemen. Go back and look at the Seattle game. Kirk Cousins back there shopping. He's back there shopping. He has the time, but he makes mistakes.
Especially when pressured.
Last week, I saw a couple of times, and I think I'm going to post this and ask the question so that you guys can see it. There were a couple of times that Kirk Cousins, the play had broken down in the secondary and the line had broken down. He just stood there waiting for the hit. He folded up, waited for the hit, and then the man hit it. Okay, you ready? You ready? Wham! And I said, wait a minute. No effort to try to escape. Well, he did one time. He took 2 steps and said, "Oh, hell with it." Wham!
Look, Kurt's old, man. He's got them old legs now. He took those 2 steps, like, man, screw this, I'm out. Then bam. But it was like that horror movie. It's like that horror movie. You're trying to run, and you think you made great progress, but the guy's like right behind you still the whole time. He's like, man.
But what you're seeing now in the NFL, even the old guys are trying to extend plays.
Yes, but Kurt doesn't do that. But Kurt used to do some of that, but he doesn't. He can't do it now. It's that injury,
See,
you have to. Yeah, I know. You got to have a valve. You got to have a safety valve guy to be able to be leaked over.
And the poor old running back, tight end, whoever it is, that's a safety valve. They already know he's standing over there. He's just standing over there waiting. They throw him the ball. Crap.
You know what? Look, that position. You got to find the craziest player to take that role.
Dub, and the announcer say, "Oh man, that was a great pass for a loss of 5 yards there."
You need a guy that's just not mentally stable.
5 yards.
It's like, Kirk, give me a little bit of room to go for it.
That's the frustrating thing to me. That's what's really frustrating to me, because, and then on top of that, I need to see this man's arm. I need somebody going. I need somebody going down, like the folk in the army say, down range. I need to see somebody going down range, and you fling it. And the thing is that draw a pass interference penalty. If you can draw a pass interference penalty, 40, 50 yards down the field, that's as good as a completed pass.
Yeah.
Get me that.
And if you get it, if they intercept it, it's just one of those things, So, folks, if you want to know more or hear more, you definitely want to hear John. Tomorrow night, 10 o'clock, we're going to be the eye test. So you definitely don't want to miss it. I'll be sending the link over to my boy Ladarius if he wants to play around too with us and join the party. Because the eye test is a different flavor, Ladarius. You would definitely enjoy it. That's all I'm gonna say. We got some characters.
And gentlemen, I'm gonna run. Like I said, I got to make it back home.
Yeah.
So you guys take it easy. Chris and Ladarius, you two, C-Dub, have a good evening. Appreciate you letting me come through.
All right,
No
yes, sir.
problem.
Thanks for
Always,
coming on.
always. You know, you a legend. What are you talking about? We always accept John. You know, John Harris, folks, the crooked deacon himself. They call him.
Doo-doo-doo.
You know,
Doo-doo-doo. Who is there? Take you back to the olden days. Can you dig it?
Damn right. Yeah, John tries to play it off. You know, y'all listen. John tries to play it off, but I'm telling you, look at that profile pic. Yeah, that man has some stories to tell.
The afro, and the polyester
glasses. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, so like we're gonna
the real ITL, show the footage.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. So Chris, you're the last remaining guest. So we're gonna go with you, and then well, real quick, John Brooks. There's so many Johns. Do we think Penix starts Sunday? If Kirk, look, all right, I gotta put an end to this. This is another pet peeve. Chris, you were in the booth, so I don't know what you got to see, hear, maybe, you know, if you got to hear it on X or what's up. But Chris, there were people that were ready to start Michael Penix after one completion.
I heard about it, but I didn't see it or look for it. But I did hear that people were going crazy. Like, yeah, go ahead and start Penix.
Yeah.
It's all in more than everything Kirk has done so far. Just like, go ahead with Penix.
Yeah, we might as well. Kirk, you know, Kurtz ain't doing nothing, and it's like I want to go. Okay, and one person said, I see that the escapability, that he sees the game a different flavor. And I'm going, Michael Penix doesn't run the football. He's just like Kurt, if anything. If he has to run, he can run, but nothing. He's never been called a scrambler. Calm down. Kurt, and I said this before, I'll say it again. Kurt's our guy. We got him for 2 years for sure, and then we'll see how we look afterwards. But my God, guys, Falcon fans, I get it, you're mad. I get it, you want to see the toys. Let's not lose our minds, especially when it comes to the quarterback. I mean, they've made it clear they don't want Michael Penix playing. But what do y'all say about that? And then also, we're going to go ahead and go with the last thoughts. So, Ladarius, if you're ready, I'll go to you first, or I can let Chris go. You tell me.
Let Chris go. He's been an amazing guest. He's always amazing. I'll let Chris go.
Yeah, Chris, you the broadcaster, so we want you to go first. You speak, give us your thoughts, and also, man, plug the stuff that you're a part of, so people know where to find you.
Well, I mean, final thoughts. I wanted to take this film, watch it, take notes of it, get better from it, and then throw it in the trash, man. That was a letdown, especially when you were coming in and riding a 3-game winning streak. But, you know, you have opportunity to start anew, and it starts with a division rival. It's time to, you know, the reality check has been noted. So now we have to get better in all aspects, especially on defense, because that's what really let us down the most, I think. Hey, man, it start with the coaching. It's gonna honestly, the players can the Joes with the Joes and the Smos or whatever they're gonna be on the field, but it's gonna start with the coaching. Coaching has to get better all the way around. Everybody got to take everything serious. Like, you know, it's cool to, you know what I'm saying, all fun and games, but let's really win this division. We missed a golden opportunity to be 5-2 and possibly go on to be 6-2 to really get you some what it is, breathing room. But either way it go, we're here. We're still at the top of the South. Let's stay at the top of the South. You know, let's not take it easy on Tampa Bay just because they lost their top 2 receivers. You're still going to have the others, and then we've seen offenses sometimes, and when they lose, like the bell cows at wide receiver, sometimes, like, you know, you can spread the ball around, and other guys are getting open and being factors. We don't need that. So just go ahead and just, you know, be better on Sunday. Like I said, reality check noted, man. As far as like plugging in things, of course, you know, A1 Forever Sports, that's the platform on YouTube. Please come by, you know, have a sports conversation, you know, like, comment, and subscribe. Also, Twitter and Instagram, A1 Forever, and the real A1 Forever on TikTok. I know Smitty, he's on the round table right now. I'm definitely about to catch the tail end of that. And definitely check us out tomorrow, man, as we're going to be having the pregame or preview, should I say, of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Atlanta Falcons round 2. So look out for that.
Yeah. And do you think, real quick, do you think, if we win this game, do you think we've pretty much got this division on lock?
No, because we still have to win games to, stay on top of the division. I mean, regardless, I want to see how the Bucs navigate the season. Some people are saying they're done. Some, we're going to see at the end of the day, other people still have to execute on offense, and then they still do have a decent defense as well. So we'll see how it is. You just have to worry about yourself, keep stacking games, not worry about what other people are doing. Even after this game, we still have to play the Saints again. Let's go ahead and sweep them too. I know they're going through some things. I mean, so what? At the end of the day, we all got problems, right? So, it's just like you got to take care of business. That's how you outrun the South. That gives you some hope to outrun the South when you're taking care of your divisional games. And if you can go 5-0 in the division before you go to the bye week, you're sitting pretty well. That means you just got to take care of the rest of the games against the AFC opponents and the NFC opponents, and make sure that you are that team walking away with the divisional title, the first one in quite some time since the Super Bowl year, really. So,
man,
that's my take, man.
I got you, man. Well, Chris, I appreciate you joining us, and we're going to let you head out, but we appreciate you spending some time with us, and thanks for giving us your insight, man. You're always welcome here at the Beard Gang.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate y'all for always having me, man. I'll be checking y'all out. I'm pretty sure y'all doing the wrestling tomorrow, so.
Yes, we got a lot to talk about on the wrestling one. It's going to be fun. We definitely have some things to talk about.
Oh yeah, I'll be checking you out, man. But appreciate y'all again, man.
We have some breaking news.
Breaking news. What's the breaking news?
Yeah. You got to watch for Wednesday. We'll say, yeah. Now, well, if we find that, hold on. If that's the breaking news, I think all of us are going to get together again. So don't worry about that. If that happens. All right. See. Take care, Chris.
All right, family.
Thank you so much, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, Ladarius, go ahead and hit it, and then I'll go after you.
And there's no one left, so we can end the show. Okay, no.
Yeah. I want to thank everybody for being a part of the show. We had at one point over 25 viewers over here, so want to thank everyone for being a part of the show.
And we'll be right back. No. No.
Go ahead.
My final thoughts are pretty simple. It's I think John talked about something. I preached upon. It's the top-down structure, because at some point, like we got to. It's about focus. It's about look, like John was talking about the run that set up the play action. Listen, we throw the ball 59% of the time on average. Against Seattle, that went down to 55%. We run the ball 41% league average. But we ran it a little bit more against Seattle. The problem is, and whether people want to believe it or not, it's pure and simple. It's Kurt, it's Raheem, and it's the coaching. And whether coaching absolutely matters, because I hate to keep saying the team's name, but listen, the Chiefs are undefeated. They have a guy named Andy Reid who's probably, he's a future Canton-bound Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, if that team was coached under anybody else, Kansas City wouldn't be undefeated. So leadership matters, structures matter, and I think Raheem just has to, at the end of the day, has to say, listen, I know you think stats sucks, but stats don't lie. So, and then like I said, as for playing Tampa Bay, listen. Todd Bowles and that defense is going to be pissed the way that they played Monday night. They're going to be angry. Like, as great as a talent Lamar is, for potentially 3-time MVP, they're going to want to redeem themselves. And that's why I say, Kurt, that offensive line has to step up, because they're going to blitz. They're going to blitz. They saw what Seattle did. They said, well, if we get in his face, he's going to make a mistake. He's going to fumble. He's going to misread a coverage. And that's going to be a wrap. So So hopefully we get those things figured out. Hopefully hire a guy who knows offense too. That'd be pretty awesome as well. So
Yeah.
but
Yeah, we're gonna have to come. Me and you need to come up with a list of potential guys now that are out that are maybe the Falcons could bring in as an advisor, because I'm trying to think of some right now.
Like I said, I look at I don't know if Jim Caldwell is still available. He used to coach the
Dude.
Colts. He was under
Yes.
Dungy. He coached with Peyton Manning. That's like, if you, I'll just be real quick before I do my stuff. Go look at Jim Caldwell's record for the Lions before Dan Campbell. He was probably the best coach they had before Dan Campbell showed up.
Yes.
Like Matt Patricia, just like Bruno, we don't talk about that Matt Patricia stuff.
No,
we don't talk about.
We don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Matt Patricia. Pencil.
So on that note, you can find me on Twitter and TikTok with Ladarius _Brown, Instagram Ladarius _Brown. Watch me at you can also follow me stuff at Beyond Women's Sports. My NFL previews will be coming up for the Thursday night game. The preview will be up tomorrow, and then of course previewing Monday night and Sunday night football as well, and a couple other games that I may or may not like on the schedule. So we'll see. So well, like I say, always fun to be with you, C-Dub, and shout out once again to the amazing guests we had on today.
Yes, want to thank everybody. Also Curtis Jones or Courtney Jones, thank you so much. Want to thank John for coming in. Want to thank Chris Chip A1, Ryan the historian, Ron as always. Ron's kind of honorary family. That man's always here, so he's like bro man. And then Tidy said great show. He was listening in the car, so he wanted to give a shout out to you guys. All so right. Also Mike Evans is out till week 10, Ladarius. I don't know if you've heard that, but yeah, he's out to their bye, and Godwin is out for the year.
Yeah,
I was just while you were talking, I was kind of just checking that out.
I saw the Mike Evans things on Twitter that he was going to be out week 10, and then basically and there's the extra the extra week for the bye week. So we'll find out week 12 essentially.
Yeah, so we've got to focus. You're right. First things first, Falcons. You've got to get somebody to basically help this offense. I think if you can have Jerry Gray as a defensive specialist on your staff, an assistant coach, go hire somebody, be that soundboard for Zach, somebody to help him, come up with the game plan. Because maybe the water's too deep, or just have a support so a guy can actually be able to do the stuff properly. I think that is something very key. You don't want to, mix that up. And then now let's talk about keys. It's real simple, like Ladarius was talking about. Offensive line, you got to protect Kurt. Running backs, you got to protect Kurt. Look, Kurt's not running. Kurt's not the scrambler. So we've got to have a plan to take care of the blitz. We don't need another 500-yard game. Would it be nice to have? Yeah, but I don't think that's happening. But I think watch out for Tampa Bay in their watch out for their rushing. I think you're going to see them run the ball a lot more. We've got to get off the field for third downs. I keep saying that. And then on offense, convert those third downs. Don't get stupid. If the running game's working, you keep pounding the running game. If the pass game's working, then obviously you pound the passing game. But yeah, I really hope that the Atlanta Falcons really start looking at possibly getting some coaching help. I mean, look, you're not trying to tell Raheem we need a guy that can replace you. You're asking the guy to make sure you could bet, because we talk about Raheem helping on the offense. Well, Raheem helped the wide receivers. Raheem's not going into the offensive, coordinator's room and writing out plays and, schematically where we need London and Pitts. He's not doing that. So where Andy Reid could do it. So you got to understand who you have. And then I'm going to say this. Yeah, we need a trade. But till then, you guys that are on that field, that are on the team, if your number gets called, make a play. Get out there. Sack the quarterback. Get an INT. Get the pass batted down. I need Bates and I need Simmons to talk to Jimmy Lake and remind him. We can play, right? Stop having us play back so much. We're not the Young Bucks, okay? We're not just super kicking everyone. We could do more. We got more ability. By the way, when he said Young Bucks, I died laughing because me and you looked at each other. Get off me!
I was like, wait a minute. Those guys on a pass rush? I don't know.
I just had I had a thought of those two on the edges trying to get the quarterback, and they just go super kick.
That's not going to work for me, brother. It's not going to work.
Yeah. I'm just going, man, you need a little bit more meat around that one.
If we're talking Wardlow, I'm like, okay, I can see that.
Yeah, Wardlow, well, he's not getting used by Tony Khan. You could at least, I think that's very selfish of Tony Khan. You know what? Jacksonville ain't getting no sacks. Why don't he just have Wardlow and Miro go over there?
Even Wardlow has standards. Like, come on.
I'm just saying.
I got to play for Jacksonville?
Don't work for me, brother. It's like, all right, Wardlow.
Bring back that third show because I need to be on.
Hold on. You could job out to Orange Cassidy or play starting defensive end for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What do you mean that doesn't work for you, brother? I got you two good things.
That's not going to work for me, brother.
Oh my God! Their names aren't the Young Bucks anymore. They're the counterfeit. John Brooks, you better be on our show tomorrow. It's wrestling, and those counterfeit bucks will be talked about. Yes, I love it when someone brings up something that CM Punk said about them. That's automatic. You're automatically in the club with the fork.
No fork needed. I'll have the fork for you. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, John, you're in, man. You're part of the team now. But yeah, for real, I want to thank everyone for being on the show. Ladarius being here is always great for me because I love hearing his thoughts, his insight. Especially when he's you guys really need to check him out, especially on Twitter, especially on Instagram, and as well as TikTok. When he's breaking these games down and he's doing it in such a quick time frame, you got to hear it because he actually is bringing some really good stuff. And Ladarius, you are amazing in that, and I'm very thankful.
That, man. Thank you for that.
Man,
thank you.
I give respect to where it's given, man, and you are one of the best. And I mean, especially when we talk wrestling, we have a blast. So, and I love talking football with you on Tuesday. So we're gonna be signing off here. I want to thank everybody again for being a part of the show. If you're interested to being on the show, please contact me or Ladarius. The YouTube channel is CDouble28. My X or Twitter is CDoubleAWTN. For some reason, I tried to change it. It just really is all funky now ever since some idiot who's musky took over, so I don't want to talk about him too much. I heard he can make people disappear. But go ahead.
No, I'm just saying whoosh.
Oh God!
I really like this microphone. It's like all the noises.
Dude, man. You're elevating. I mean, you're really elevating the game here, man, with the mic. We might have to all be on mics now. Yeah,
I don't know. Like I told Jerry, listen, it wasn't the budget. Sometimes you gotta go out of pocket expenses sometimes to for the betterment of the product.
Hold on, but you got the best out of pocket expense. It was out of someone else's pocket expense that you got that. So
look, we're not gonna go to the backstory of it.
No. There's no backstory needed. We're just saying it's a good job.
All we're saying is that listen, I always be kind. It's all I tell people.
Yes, yeah, and you know
unless
what?
you're JD McDonough, get your forehead checked.
Bro, you get your forehead checked. that might be a new thing.
Stop wearing those Beetlejuice pants, and no, it's not going to take away the fact of your head. Pants are cool.
Dude, I can't believe I'm about to ask this. Are we going to have Carlito a baby face again?
I don't know. After that controversy he made with Kyrie, I don't know.
God. Man, dude. I mean, we love Carlito.
Line, but he said the line, so that's all that matters. It's like in the movie.
Look.
They don't say who wrote that line. They ask who said that line. And
well, look. To be fair, folks, Carlito is still the funniest person in all of wrestling.
Yeah,
I mean,
listen. He went from no apples to apples. He's diverse in his work. So
he is. He, especially when he's like, I need to speak Chinese when they were Japanese. But anyway, Carlito, it's okay. It happens.
Yeah,
you know what? And to be honest, to be fair, Carlito is Puerto Rican. He's a Spanish culture man. So that does tend to happen where, someone could say something like that. I can't say something.
I didn't know you were a lawyer, C-Dub. I didn't know that.
No, it's just something that I've learned.
Listen, I understand Matlock takes place in Georgia and all, but geez. You have a great
sometimes you have
you have a great suit. Look, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy my client, Mr. Carlito. First of all, he's cool.
First of all, y'all, Carlito, he's cool. Second, and then
that's not cool.
Carlito's like, now. Hold on. Then the judge goes, case dismissed. He's cool. Like,
what illegal system? Man, only if it were that easy. What about
both
evidence?
Be like,
what evidence? Overrated.
He's cool. It's like, look at him. He's cool. The lawyer said so. And the audience.
Right? No. He's cool.
The judge or the jury. The jury find Carlito cool.
The whole system's going to hell. Man.
The question we didn't get an explanation to why Kelson. We will talk about tomorrow. That actually is going to be brought up.
I actually have an answer for that, but we'll save it, John.
Yeah, it kind of got answered by her promo last night, actually.
Yeah,
which I
I'm
loved.
thinking,
oh,
yeah, because the backstory. Because I'm sitting there going, well, she teamed with Liv, and I remember she fought Rhea in NXT, the last woman standing match.
Yep.
And
we talked about
then
that.
now, and Rhea was the one that ruined their tag team when Rhea was the heel and ruined their tag team. And Raquel pulled the Nancy Kerrigan. Where my leg? Listen, if you're listening, Nancy Kerrigan, I know it happened 30 years ago, and I understand you didn't get your Olympic opportunity, but
I mean, to be fair, the better chick won, Nancy. You didn't need to storm off like you did. I mean, Osaka did beat your brains in. I mean, she was actually better. I mean, just saying.
Yeah, but listen, all semantics at the end of the day.
To be honest, I watched that because as a kid, I thought I was going to see a wrestling match. Because I thought that was a wrestling angle. I really, the whole time I'm like going, is Mr. McMahon behind us? Is he what? Did they book this for a match in the Olympics?
Here I am, pal.
Tony Khan. He grabbed my Tony.
Atlas, no. And why are you wearing a different? Is that a red shirtless business?
You know what? I want to go to Tony Atlas's place and see all the shirtless collared shirts he's got.
Man, imagine buying a shirt knowing that he's going to cut those sleeves off.
It's like the greatest thing.
Somebody took time and sewed those sleeves on. And Tony Atlas going to rip off those sleeves in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I got grabbed by the no.
It's like this. You know how people go, you can share with the group, share with the group. And you hear people go, not Tony.
Well, back when I was a wrestler.
It's funny. I'm trying to go to my my end result or my goodbyes outro? And my outro. And what's so funny is we're even talking more wrestling and we're just laughing the whole time too. This is great. It's like, we're gonna end up talking wrestling right now, so don't worry.
And then he grabbed me by.
Oh, just to have fun. I know people love this, so give me a second. No.
Don't.
Yeah. No. I'm not doing nothing like that.
Oh, no.
You had that look.
Yeah.
I just went ahead and changed it. Yeah, there we go. So if y'all want to know, now we're into wrestling review.
Yeah,
so
there we go.
But yeah, honestly, I think I love when they bring wrestling together from different times that kind of make you understand why there's a hatred there. And I got to go here.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to talk about Jey Uso. Jey Uso from SmackDown to Monday Night Raw, and then I just can't wait to talk about Braun Breaker and Fatu staring at each other. I've never thought I'd be so excited for two guys just staring at each other.
God. Let me tell you right now, I forgot to tweet it out. Listen, I don't care how we get there. I don't care. I'm usually all about storyline. Listen, I don't care how the storyline goes. I need Braun. I need Fatu. I don't care where we'll do it. It needs to happen because those two dudes. Listen, you got one dude who's going to spear you out of nowhere, and you got another dude who's going to lurk behind you. Hey, what's that heavy breath on my neck? That's Jacob Fatu. And like,
I loved you, Solo.
I'm like, Jacob, calm down, pal.
Look. Find you someone that loves you like Jacob Fatu loves Solo.
No, that's a Lifetime movie, C-Dub. No. No. Because God, heaven forbid, you tell him no, he's going to stalk you like a Lifetime for an hour and maybe 20 minutes of that movie, and then the last 10 minutes it's just you and him in your house. He just cuts your lights off, and you're like, oh, who could it be? You know who it is. You know it wasn't Duke Energy. It wasn't. You know who cut your lights off. You knew who it was.
All right. Just for laughs, I died when Jay, super kicked Tamaloa. But then Jake Tamatonga goes, as he throws, and then he gets super kicked. I'm like, dude, thank you. You are so stupid. You just made us love that just even more.
Braun's just gonna go around like Goldberging people everywhere. And let me get interview. Spear by Springer. You're sitting there.
Oh God,
you're not safe. You're not safe.
The video I sent you, where he freaking Spear go on, and then
you're like, wait, where is he? And just and I'm like, that's not good.
Hold on, my favorite one was when he does the Steiner math with the bloodline. I'm just going, Braun for one night.
Like no,
Braun for one night. I need Braun Breaker for one night to show up in chainmail, to show that, and not just that, but to cut a promo about a 33 to third chance.
Listen, if the match is a three-way, I have a 33% chance of winning. Now, you may think it's 66.7, but if it's a one-on-one match, it's still 33. Wait, no, it's not. No.
You had the 33 to the 50 to the 26, and then you just got, oh, man, and then you really have an 8%. It's like, dude, I got dumber listening to that.
Listen, I hope hey, I want to learn Steiner math. No, you don't.
Yeah, no.
Steiner math. I'll risk it for the biscuit on calculus. That's
yeah. I don't think I can risk it for the biscuit with Steiner math. I'm getting no biscuits on that one.
32.2? That's a trick question. I'm not answering.
It's like, not only that, I need a tiger next to me to answer that. My God.
Wait,
but that was freaking hilarious. Oh my God. But yeah, I cannot wait. You don't want to know.
Are you having Saxton interview the tiger? What's wrong with you?
Triple H's like, I'll allow it. Or Adam Pearce, I'll allow it.
Center math.
You see Adam Pearce with a little bottle drinking. Yeah. I'm waiting for the day he's just chugging the whole time.
What's in that bottle, Adam? It's not water. It smells a little Russian. A little Russian.
Oh boy. Well, I really wish when Carlito said Dominic Mysterio, I really wish Adam was like, okay, now who's the real guy you want to pimp for a title, or who's the one guy you really want to see for the title?
No,
I was really waiting for that.
No, seriously. Seriously.
Rey Mysterio or Dom Mysterio. Okay, stop with the jokes. You've already made me laugh.
Like, seriously.
You serious?
Look at the roster again. I'm gonna come back to you. It's a 2-hour show now. I'm gonna come back to you somewhat before the end of the night, and I'm gonna come back to you at the top of the next hour and give me an answer.
And look, Pierce had a hard night last night.
Yep.
Those 2-hour Raws are not making it easy on him.
Well, just calm down. I'm gonna give you what you want.
You say I'm gonna give you what you want? You don't know what I'm gonna give you. It's like, yeah, you are. You need a match first.
No, you idiot! A match.
and then you see Seth and Bronson with matches like this.
Get out of my face! It's both of you. Oh, look at John. Jacob is the "I love you, man." Yes, I love you, man.
I love you, Solo.
Listen, I didn't know
you are my tribal chief.
I'm like, buddy, checks in the mail. Calm down. See, that's what I'm saying.
By the way,
now imagine. Listen, that's a Lifetime movie. Listen, you can't tell Jacob, I love you, man. And if you say I don't love you that way, Jacob, he's gonna stalk you. Okay, it's going to. I'm telling you.
It's like that. They never really show Jacob and Solo hanging out together, going to the club, talking to people, going to the bar.
Solo's like, listen, I got a family, first of all, and I want to be at some point. I want to be a champion. I don't know what's going to happen, but I want to be.
Let's be honest, it's never going to happen. That man ain't ever going to win.
I think American males has a better chance of coming back at the tag belt.
Yeah, exactly, and beating the War Raiders.
If that happens, the Road Raiders, they have asked for their release from WWE.
They were not going to put over Joey Styles or Jordan Bags. They were not going to put over Buff Bagwell.
They're going to either show it reportedly either at MLW or Impact Wrestling. More details coming in.
They said they wanted to go to a real show, not over to AEW. They wanted people there.
AEW has a show. Send all your
according to 5 people, they tend.
Send all your AEW hate mail to either CAWT or Atlas.
Or JD from New York at 206.
Yeah, and send it to our buddy Jerry. Jerry loves it. He's gonna love it.
Oh, Jerry loves AEW.
He's gonna love it.
Viking Gaming. He loves talking AEW. He is a. Tony Khan. He has he wants to get a tattoo of TK on him.
Yeah, he's getting a new theme song. He's getting a tattoo. Listen, Jerry's gonna be big. He's already big in terms of news, but we're gonna make the music. We might sample some American males. He doesn't know it yet, but now he probably knows.
Yeah.
Now. So,
it's not probably
American male.
Yeah. We're gonna crunch it up some. Yep, and we're gonna be like American Jerry, American Jerry.
A little REM Nirvana stuff on. Yeah,
yeah.
It's gonna be great.
He'll love it.
What about Slipknot? We're not gonna go too far.
Yeah, we don't want to go crazy. We want to kind of.
That works with me.
Yeah,
but it's the same thing.
I love a Disturb. There's nothing like it. One of my favorite wrestling bands that, or when they did like with the wrestlers, was Disturbed's theme for Stone Cold. That was one of my favorites. Oh God, the Shattered Glass, and it's like perfect. JD from New York 206, the yellow from New. Yes, dude, he is actually pretty cool. I like him. Well, then again, I got family from New York, so it's kind of like, I could deal with that. It don't bother me. But dude, what's crazy is some of his his takes, same thing that's in my head, and I'm like going, okay, so I'm not crazy thinking this stuff.
Wait, is C-Double stalking JD from New York? I think.
No, I'm not stalking. I just watch his shows.
Wait, is that your beard? Wait, C-Double, what are you doing there? And why are you eating the BLT there? We know it's you the whole time. We see you.
I smell it on you.
Those aren't nuggets. That's a BLT. Don't lie to me.
Look, I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a day where me and Ladarius will be doing a show with JD and the Solid Monster. And when that happens, it's going to be freaking awesome. the South and the North hanging out together. We're gonna show it how it's done, man. We're gonna do it.
Just like the Civil War. Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
I didn't say the South was gonna rise. I said we're gonna get together and have a good time.
Wait. I didn't say that. You said that. So what are you trying to say?
I'm just saying.
Are you saying the wrong side?
To be fair, I was just simply saying, as a Georgia man and a Florida man, showing that we are a tag team.
Oh boy,
I mean, to be honest.
Yeah,
be honest, though,
Colonel
we need you to come down here. Yeah, we need you to come down here, though.
Colonel C-Dub running on his white horse coming into town. Let me tell you about my city. That Sherman fellow may have burned through our city, but I bet you that Yankee wouldn't do it again. We're gonna be ready.
First of all, and the other thing about and the other good thing about JD, and I'm gonna say it, the man's a Braves fan.
That's the hyped up for the Falcons. So
hold on. And by the way, let me tell you. Let me tell you something, brother. The thing about JD, homeboy is an Atlanta Braves fan. So you know what? That tells me he understands suffering because that's what we do.
Look, I'm a Cubs fan. What are we doing here? Like, what are we doing?
God, dude, you cheer for the Falcons and the Cubs?
Whoa,
I just want to hug you.
Wait. What we're not going to do here?
I'm not slandering the Cubs.
No. Listen here.
I mean, you got a couple of my players.
Colonel C-Dub, look, right on your white horse.
Why it's got to be white? Why can't it be a Latino horse? Why can't it be my dog?
You and I both know I'm not going to answer that question. And listen. I'm gonna say this before we get out of here. Listen, 2 words that a lot of people could learn, whether you're asking a question about your quarterback or whether you're asking questions about horses, is no comment. Just you. Sometimes the best answer.
Deshaun Watson, or Deshaun Watson. What are you gonna do now that you tore your Achilles? Oh,
I'm going to Disney.
I can't even ride the rides. My legs all messed up. Poor guy.
Oh,
that injury sucked. I felt for him on the injury part.
Yeah,
people are
like, listen. I'm gonna be real quick because I know we've been saying it for a while, but I'm gonna be real quick with this here. Here's the thing. I'm not. Listen, I never root for people to get hurt. I don't care. Listen, even for the Saints, I don't root for people to get hurt. But the fact that all I needed to know how Cleveland felt about Deshaun Watson. They did it before that game because they booed him in the pregame.
Oh, I know.
Nick Chubb showed up. Yeah, Nick Chubb's back. Here comes Deshaun. Boo! Like, and listen, when he got hurt, here's the thing. Nobody cheered for the. Listen, I want to believe that nobody cheered for the injury. It was the fact that Deshaun Watson is not going to be the quarterback. I don't wish for anybody to get hurt. It's just that, listen, Cleveland still. And like we talked about on the podcast, listen, they got rid of Amari Cooper. Listen, whether people want to believe it or not, they could be sellers because they still got to pay. They still got to pay Deshaun. It's not like a contract where he's hurt and we don't have to pay him. No, you have to pay him even when he's hurt. And then by the way, still get a quarterback that still has to start the rest of the season. So, and listen. They're playing the Ravens, so I don't care who you put under center Sunday, but good luck with that.
So, and look, it sucks. I mean, he is a good player, but when you get hurt like that, it's gonna be hard. And then you know the numbers for his contract.
Yeah,
the next 2 years, it's like 70 something.
Yeah, that cap hit's going to hit so hard. It's like, cut him and trade. Like, nope. What team in the right mind will want to take on that money? Nobody's taking on that money.
Yeah. No one's taking the money. You got to eat that money. You're not gonna get anything of value for Deshaun. And if you do, that GM needs to be put on a high pedestal. Right. I mean, but you're not getting it.
Yeah, because here's the thing: if you're a team, listen. The Browns' problem was this. The Browns saw him. They saw the Deshaun Watson from the Texans. They saw where he had the Pro Bowl years, and they're thinking. And mind you, he didn't play football in 2023 before he got the.
Yeah.
He didn't play football. He was out of football for a season before they traded and gave him the contract. So they were banking on his previous performance. It wasn't like with Kurt, where we see he got hurt, but we saw like how great he was. Like we didn't have I said the tape wasn't great. And Deshaun Watson hasn't played 17 games total since he's been there. So it's injuries. And look, not only did they overpay him, John, it's the guaranteed money. If you give him 120 million guaranteed, cool, that's great. But a fully guaranteed contract to me shows. I think. Listen, I don't like to say quarterbacks mailed it in, but he wasn't healthy. He hasn't been healthy his contract. He was one of the worst quarterbacks statistically in the league. And when you try to tell people and they defend him, oh, Deshaun, listen, the offensive line was not the issue. He had time in the pocket. He was like top 5 in pocket time. I don't want to hear it. So it's just that he wasn't trying to know. So it's just like stop blaming the offensive line, stop blaming the receivers. It was Deshaun Watson. You could tell when the old line is bad because that year, like I said, Kansas City lost to the Bucs. That offensive line went after Patrick Mahomes, and because that Bucs front seven destroyed him in that Super Bowl. I think it was that 2020 Super Bowl. And then what did they do in the offseason? They went out and signed the offensive line. And oh my God, Patrick Mahomes looks great. Because he was already great, but he was already great before that. But the offensive line got exposed. So all I'm saying is that don't blame the offensive lines. All of them are not terrible. Like there's a few that are just awful, but the majority of them are either good, great, or average, and there are some that are below average. So, that's what I'm saying. So the whole offensive line narrative, not buying it.
And real quick, if you're watching the CW, enjoy seeing Stephanie Vacour and Julia.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Listen. I'm not gonna lie. I'm watching Piper Niven. I don't know what you're talking about, pal.
Okay. Well, I haven't hit the live picture.
Okay, the live button. Well, spoiler, pal. Just like Bischoff. Spoiler. You don't have to watch that. I got the.
Now I see. Oh, ooh, Piper. I do love me some Piper.
Mm.
Oh, here we go. Oh, listen, good recovery.
Listen, I don't eat haggis, but I might give it a shot.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, and Chelsea's not so bad. But I love Chelsea.
Like Chelsea is like MVP. Chelsea doesn't get the credit for. She understands this is the thing. She understands the entertainment aspect of wrestling. Like she's great. She's good in the ring, but she understands the entertainment. And people get like, oh well, listen. Like she posted, she got hurt. Like she fought injured in Japan. I think she said when she was in Japan, she got hurt, and she was getting $20. And so here's the thing: like, don't when people say, "Oh, Chelsea Green can't run," go look at I tell people, Google is free, YouTube is free. Stop.
Yeah, she's a good wrestler. I'm not hearing the whole.
Oh my!
What are they doing with the?
NXT,
are they really?
They have a race car driver. Oh God.
Yeah, I cannot stand.
Oh wait, listen.
Hank and Tank.
Yeah, listen. All I need to see is Jada Parker. I don't need to see Bronco and the other guy. I don't know the other guy's name.
I was about to say who's the dude that I was about to say the dude with the mustache. I thought that was Brutus at one point, but then I realized it wasn't. So, okay, thank God. Anything with Jada Parker, thank God for.
Who gave the race car driver the bullhorn? First of all, who gave him the megaphone? Who like what? What, sir? Are you trying to be Jim? What we're not gonna do is, give him a tennis racket and he'll be happy.
Oh no, you didn't. Oh man,
that's how we get a tag match, right there.
Yeah. And that's official, player. Or they have to go 1-on-1 with the Undertaker.
Nah, man. If I was Undertaker right now, listen, I don't know. You might win that match. It's not. I don't know.
I used to love when Teddy Long did that. He'd be like, it's either a tag team match or a 1-on-1 with the Undertaker.
Oh my God, I forgot what the SmackDown where somebody had jacked him up. It was like, you're gonna go 1-on-1 with the Undertaker. I forgot who it was that I'm like.
I want to say it was JBL. I want to say it was either JBL or Edge.
Somebody like jacked him up, and he's like, "You're gonna go 1-on-1 with the Undertaker," and I'm like,
Undertaker.
And it's like, but the funny part is when he went into the limo, he's like, "Let's go for a ride, Teddy." He's like, oh, he locked the door. First of all, how was Taker able to lock the doors before you, Teddy Long? Oh, listen, don't you have the ability? Doesn't the driver?
To be fair, in a limo, the doors that are controlled by the driver. So
yeah, I've been in a limo, but I'm just sitting there going. The moral of the story here is, listen, you're like, oh, it's just a random limo. What if there was a second limo that was actually his driver?
Hold on, but it's the Undertaker. So with the Undertaker, he says something. You just got to freeze for like 10 minutes, and then he could drive off.
So that's what happened.
Because think about it. It's like,
so Goldberg froze for 10 minutes. Is that what you think would happen? That's why the
first of all, Goldberg. Hold on, Goldberg was frozen, but it wasn't for 10 minutes because we all know 10 minutes. That's too long for Goldberg.
That's 7.5 minutes too long, brother.
As Gunther said, I got about 3.5 minutes for you.
It's like, damn. And what's funny, the whole crowd got it, and that's what made it more hilarious.
No, the whole crowd got it and cheered Gunther. That should tell you right there. It's like,
you see Triple H? He gave you 3. He gave me 2.5.
Triple H Goldberg's like, I'll kill you. And then Hunter, he's not lying, actually.
Look, I think we have some
So, Bill, do you think you could give him about 5 minutes? Are you crazy? No, 3.
No. What the hell's wrong with you? No.
It's Goldberg looks at him with extended entrances and a hard locker?
No, that's without you with the pyro. Can you come? That's this time. Listen, no one's gonna knock on the door for you. You better be out there. Ain't nobody.
He's just sitting there waiting.
He's like, Bill, what are you doing? Oh wait, crap.
Music is playing, and he's just sitting waiting for them to.
And he's watching the TV. Like, hey, that's my music. Oh crap!
They put the underwears on.
Oh my god! Sorry, I was watching something, and all of a sudden, it sure was it lower than 3 minutes, Bill? Well,
he was watching. Hold on, he was on Instagram Reels seeing Caden Carter and Damian Priest's shorts, because those things are entertaining as hell. Oh my god,
these guys are hilarious. Bill, your music's on. Oh crap, Bill, you know your trunk's
on. Is he gonna actually kiss her? Oh, he threw her to the floor.
Oh my god, he just wanted to go to the fridge. What kind of?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Bill, your music's been on for 2 minutes.
Well, that's fine. The crowd's all tired.
What?
And Gunther's just looking back. Y'all are crazy. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not sold on this feud with the YS6 versus the Final Testament. All we got in the Final Testament is AOP can carry across as a clown. All right, look. Apparently, we've been on so long, people now want to talk wrestling, so that's fine. We're still going to get off the air, but on this one,
off, folks, we got to eat and take naps, and we got to save some material for tomorrow because.
Yeah, look, I love Karrion Kross. I think there's something there with Karrion could do that that can actually. He said he likes his character to be like a mix of Sean O'Hare and Kevin Sullivan.
Okay, that's not.
And I'm going to tell you, Triple H should let him rip with that.
Oh, no, they're not doing this. If they are, I'm not against it. I'm not listening.
Wait, what are we doing?
I'm not against it.
So we got a chick working out. We got
Wait. You're gonna. Oh wait. Wait, guess who comes in the frame?
Oh, not this guy. Not this guy. Really?
Listen. Oh, wait.
This man ain't done nothing since. He still ain't done nothing.
Hey. Listen, he ain't wrong. He's being friendly. Listen. Oh, no. Listen. Carmen, listen. I will buy a Carmen Petra shirt if this happens. Somebody. Friendly, listen. Good times. Oh man, WB announced this NXT. Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, they're gonna be.
And by the way, the 2300 NX Philadelphia you talking about with the old venue? Yes,
from the former ECW arena,
where Shawn Michaels says he's gonna pack his tights again with gauze.
Is Booker? That means Booker got to do it too. Do a spin-a-rooney for the crowd, Book. All right. Oh,
it's going to be November 6th on the West. That means they're going head-to-head with that minor league show AEW, so that should be fun. Oh, man.
As long as Booker T doesn't do what he said in that promo about Hulk Hogan, they're going to be fine. They're going to be just fine. They're going to be fine. Just avoid Book on the mic. We're going to be great. Hey.
Dude, all I'm going to say is this. Booker T, there's a picture floating around a long time ago. Booker giving the stink eye to Hogan. I loved it. It was great.
Listen, even Booker knew then. Like,
hello.
Taylor
Is it weird that I like Tatum Paxley? I mean,
you know what, C-Dub? I feel that's right up your alley. So,
yeah.
I can see that. Like, should we?
I mean, she's a married woman, though. I mean, we could. Look, I'll let you have Jada. I mean, I know Jerry said he likes Jada.
You think I can't earn my keep? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm telling you, I think you deserve some Jada, man.
She got John. I'm just like John, and that's how you get him in.
I mean, I was just kind of paying you a compliment, saying, Jada, and you know, I can see.
Right, yeah. CW, he wants, so yeah,
and that or first Carmen. All, if you like Carmen, I'd be like, hey,
listen, Carmen. Listen, I need to be Carmen Federic and a shot to the Donis to be a thing. I need it to happen.
Oh, Jesus!
Because it'll show that Hunter understands the dynamics of culture, and then we'll forget all the thing he said about color. We'll forget about it.
Look, I mean, but look at NXT. All their top talent. The way I took the question was that could he have answered it better? Sure, because all he had to really say was that at some point we will, but we're building up to things, and he because look, if you look at the NXT champion, look at your it's diverse. It's a matter of Jada Parker's going to be a star. Look how they're kind of semi pushing Last Legend to a certain degree, which I'm okay with because there's nothing really for NXT now because they're clearly going in a different direction. So I understand why you're pushing Jada and people may not have seen Jakara in the ring as much as Lash, but Jakara can hold herself in the ring. So it's not like they're not building something. It's just at the end of the day, the tag, like someone said about Roxanne. Roxanne's gonna lose that belt to one of three people. It's either Vakor, Julia, or even Cora Jade. Or Delta.
Oh, Delta, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Man, Delta, man, I can't wait to see her because I see the slow images of her. Oh my God, I get Ultimate Warrior vibes. But also, I've seen some of the work she's done, and I'm like, "You're a woman after my own heart."
As long as she's not like Warrior, we're gonna be all right.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Hey, guys, like Warrior. Hey, brother. No.
Look. No. The moment to watch him when he became, in 1990 when he won the title, awesome. But after that, I don't really prescribe to Warrior.
We're not going to talk about Warrior and WCW because that's even worse. That's even harder to talk about.
I don't want to ever talk about that Halloween Havoc. That was my Such a worse. That was a nightmare.
Like I always say, somebody said, "Hey, I have this idea." Folks, you can always say no to ideas. Like,
yeah, or it's like this. We should do a rematch of this match. And sometimes it's like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. And then sometimes you need to go. You see the door, get out.
Like, here's the thing: the original was great. Don't try to remake it. Let's leave it. Like I said about Police Academy, you should. When Gutenberg said no thanks, that's when you cut. That's when you cut your losses.
Yeah.
Hey, let's build around Bobcat Goldthwait. Like, no.
Can't
I get with the
do
80s.
that.
I get with the 80s, but my God, you couldn't touch
Don't
Gutenberg.
do that.
When Gutenberg said no, like when Gutenberg said, "Listen, I've done 3-4 of these. I'm good." That's when the franchise had to say, "We're good." What did the franchise say? We're going to do great. And not only that, the last movie they went to Moscow during the Cold War. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, it's going to work out great. Oh, it worked in Rocky because Rocky was fighting Drago. Rocky was all of us.
It was still Sylvester Stallone. It wasn't someone else.
It was, and listen, forget what happened to Apollo Creed. Just forget that. Oh, Philip Dorsett, the receiver. Philip Dorsett.
Yeah,
receiver?
Philip Dorsett, the receiver. Yeah,
Great.
But we haven't got anything for the D line.
If there's one thing we needed on this team, we need another receiver. We got Drake. We got Ray McLeod. We got Darnell Mooney. We got, Rondell's hurt. But there's one thing we needed. Another receiver.
Yep. You know how that goes. All right, folks. Well, I hope you enjoyed our show and our commentary through the first part of NXT. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yes.
Oh, wait, Wendy, listen. I know this is a crime what we're watching, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, me too.
We just saw a crime, but listen.
Oh, Lord. Wendy Chu. Okay. Well, that's the crime you're talking about. I was staring at the fact that we didn't get Lola Vice on the show or Lola Vice in the match. Oh, we're putting her in a box. Okay.
Listen,
that sounds kind of creepy.
Listen, Lexus King needs to shave that, whatever that's on his face, because
I don't know if Lexus needs to shave that or does Charlie Dempsey need to shave the mustache. That's what I'm more concerned about.
The mustache gives me, the mustache reminds me of like Michael Caine back in the 80s, it gives me like Michael Caine vibes. And Michael Caine's a fine actor.
Yes, he is. Okay, since you said it like that, we'll give the mustache a couple of weeks on this.
Can we put Ren Sinclair more on camera, please? All right, Charlie, I'm gonna need you to slide a little out of frame and
Charlie, back up a little. Let's see more.
There we go, Charlie.
I do like Travion. Yeah, I do like Travion.
That dude. Let me tell you something, folks. That's a like JR used to say, like that's a blue chipper. That's a blue chipper right there.
Charlie Dempsey's not bad, dude. I like how he's coming along. I really do. His wrestling is even better. Yeah.
His dad told him to keep the stash. Dad told him. Well,
Dad's like,
I didn't have a stash, but yours look. What the? Whoa! I don't like that photo of Luca Cristofino. I don't like that photo. I don't like that. My God, what are we doing with these photos? What was? Listen, I would listen. My eyes didn't mean to veer there, but it did, and it shouldn't have veered there. That's all I'm gonna say. It shouldn't have veered there.
What the? Dear God, there are horses down there. My God.
It's like secretary and citation down there. What do we do? What are we doing?
How much galls is in there, man? My God, people.
Like, listen.
Oh my God.
For Oba, it might not be gauze.
I don't know because Mr. Ed. But yeah. All right, folks. Well, now that we're in a commercial, we can now save y'all from ourselves. Yeah. All right. Join us tomorrow. We're going to be talking wrestling. We'll talk about Oba and Villavino. And then we'll talk more about what's going on in wrestling. Yeah, well, exactly. And we'll go on from there. So, hey, enjoy the Falcons. Enjoy the wrestling. Meet us here tomorrow. C-Doubles and Ladarius, we're out.
Peace.
Peace.